Hey guys, it's great to be back. We have a couple of or we have a new player with us. It's an old player to me. It's been like a couple of years since we played, and I'm actually going to let her introduce herself first. I can tell you she's definitely a famous musician, so we're really blessed to have her. So Allie, if you would just tell us a little bit about yourself, about your character that you're playing tonight, and just let us know.
Hey guys, I'm Allie. I'll be playing Tylee the Bard, Tylee the Dart, who is a bard. She's short for a halfling, even for halfling standards. She has typically blonde hair, but for today brown. She dyed it brown for today. And she's technically pale, but you can't tell. She's a little dirty.
And you're
And sorry, what?
no, I was saying you're a poet and didn't know it. You said she's pale and you couldn't tell. Oh, sorry. Go
Thanks.
ahead.
But yeah, that's Tylee the Bard. And you wouldn't know that she played sham for an instrument by how she plays it. She is usually an oddity and a unique uh, attraction for evening and
Awesome. Um, okay, so I'll just go. We'll take us there to Julie. I think you're muted, Julie.
Hi, I'm playing Locket. Sorry about that.
All good.
I know I've been in and out a little bit, so here I am.
Awesome. And let's see. Ardal, can you tell Ardal? You may have to tell us about you and Dennis.
All right. My name is Amanda. I'm playing Ardal, a halfling cleric. Robbie is my son. He's playing Dennis, halfling paladin.
Awesome. And Joe.
Hello, my name is Joe. I am playing Celine. She's a human female gunslinger, bounty hunter by trade.
Nice. And Conan.
Hey, I'm Steven, and I'm playing Conan the Wizard, the little baby child wizard. And that's really about it.
Nice. And I'm Christopher Knight from Pensacola Beach, Florida. I'm playing M. McDonald, Rose, Thorne, Richard, Wren, all the city guards. Anyway, so let's jump in. I'm gonna do a quick recap, and the players can kind of jump in and tell me where what all I missed here because I'm sure I'm gonna miss something. So hopefully, are you guys on the screen that looks like the yawning portal, but it's actually not the yawning portal? Y'all are seeing it in the street. Is that what y'all see?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do a quick, coherent recap here. So our characters they opened up. Um, actually, I'll give this a little bit for Allie to fill in a little bit on what all's been going on this whole time. Um, so our characters came to Waterdeep, and they were procured by um, Volo, who the gentleman who wrote Volo's Guide to Monster, to find their friend Floon. They found when they were looking for Floon, they actually found Raynar Neverember, the son of the old or the past Lord of Waterdeep. So he's a noble. He befriended the party. The party did find and rescue Floon, which is Volof's friend. As payment for doing that, Volof gave the characters the deed to Troll Skull Manor. Locket discovered, but through events that unfolded, kept to herself. She realized that actually there was debt owed on that. But the players now also know that there's debt owed on that because they paid the debt. So uh, the anyway, so our players played the debt and they decided to open up a business that they called Troll Skull Pizza. Sorry, let me say it right. Troll Skull Pizzaporium and Pub, and
There we
uh,
go.
and they specialized in pizzas. They invented a pizza that was called the Dungeon Dive Pizza that consisted of sausage bites, a bacon sausage and bacon bites, beef, bell peppers, and mushrooms, and they're gaining a reputation for it. Um, while the characters were getting the Troll Skull Manor ready to be used, they sort of uh, frequented a local smaller pub that's not too far from them that was ran by M. McDonald. And M. McDonald kind of started this trend where it's like these meals called a sunshine meal, and when you get the meal, inside is a little toy surprise. So our players sort of frequented that, and they've collected several of these toys uh, from this. So the night before they opened, Emick McDonald was letting them know, hey, you need to be careful of the health inspector because he does not like rats. If there's rats in your building, he will shut you down. Well, oddly enough, the night before they opened up, that's exactly what happened. There were rats. Our wizard had set alarms. He set up 9 alarms actually, and all 9 were tripped off. Um, the players woke up and frantically were able to kill 8 of these swarms of rats. Unfortunately, one swarm did go unnoticed. And the next morning, when they opened up, their friend Rainer Neverember and Voloff and Floon came to enjoy their new restaurant, but they brought unfortunately one of their local friends who happened to be the health inspector. Um, and unfortunately, through events that unfolded, rats jumped on the health inspector. Our wizard quickly making a decision put the health inspector to sleep as our players decided what they want to do. And y'all can let me know if I said this wrong. I think y'all decided to tell him the truth. Does that sound about right where y'all went with that? I can't.
For the most part,
Yeah, for
yeah.
the most part, they told him the truth. So they let him know, hey, there were rats. We took care of it. Anyways, through that, the inspector uh, demanded to check and inspect the place, and from a failed save actually much earlier, um, the he was able to find where they had skinned some rats and hid it in one of the room closets. But anyways, the players convinced him that hey, there's having rats in your closet is not the same thing as having rats in the restaurant, and so if I remember correctly, and if I'm wrong, it probably works out to your favor. He was leaving, and he was going to come back in a couple of days to do an official inspection. So we didn't count it as an official inspection. At least that's how I remember it. I hope that's how it went down. If not, that's how it went down now. So the next day, the players discovered that there are these notes that, or actually no, the next day, you guys, when this event happened, the players saw a piece of an M. McDonald uniform with the EM logo on it. So they wanted to question M. McDonald. So they went to M. McDonald's store, or his little pub that's very close, but Emick wasn't there. Instead, Emick's employees were there, and the employee told him that Emick, usually on his days off, goes to the lake, and he he fishes. And so our players decided to do this. I'm trying to remember, did you guys remember if you saw the notes before you went to the lake or on the way back from the lake? Do y'all remember?
It's on the way back.
On the way back. But anyway, so our players go to the lake, and they actually they're looking for Emick, and our wizard disguised himself as an old lady and went out on the lake, and she found where the boat was, but the boat, instead of being Emick, was 2 of Emick's employees. So ultimately, the players were making their way back. At some point, Conan, you can tell me if I get the timing wrong, but at some point, someone had revealed to you that it was a possibility that it could have been urchin children that kind of stick a feather in their hat and kind of pretend like they're part of this group. And you went off searching for that group, if I remember right. So Conan went to the docks district and actually did come across two kids. It didn't appear that the kids were involved in that, but Conan, through his generosity, if you remember in the past, Conan had invited Richard and Ren to come and stay at the inn as well, so they live there. So Conan invited Rose and Thorn to come and live, and now you guys have Rose and Thorn, Richard and Ren all living in the Troll Skull Manor. Um, on the way back, the notes that they saw said that don't go to Troll Skull Pizza Emporium and Pub because it's full of rats. Stay away from that place. And so they decided to stake out in McDonald's house and and break in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, if I believe right. Um, they were waiting for the employees to leave, but they weren't leaving. It's as if maybe they lived there. And ultimately, they went and began, discuss their plans and what's the best way to go in here without being seen. And as they were talking, Celine pulled a Leroy Jenkins and and ran to the door, banged on it, and acted frantically, saying, "Hey guys, I really need some of your toys for all these kids that are here." And anyways, they were a little bit, shaken aback, but willing to help out the neighbor in need. So Celine escorted them all back alone, the four employees back, but opened the door for Elliot and Conan to search the building. Elliot and Conan searched the building, and Elliot found the beds where they were at. He checked each footlocker and found that in one of the footlockers, one of the uniforms matched the torn piece that was on the window. And he knew, like, this guy had to be the one that sabotaged y'all's place. About that moment that Elliot realized that, Conan comes down and found where they made the papers. And so Conan had several of those papers. It's at this moment that we flash forward to Celine, who all of a sudden starts to get attacked by were-rats and is surrounded by these were-rats. Celine frantically, because of the bad rolls of the DM who can't roll nothing to hit you guys, hardly ever, Celine just about came out unscathed. It came out to the street, and Ardal, and I'm sorry, I'm having to bounce back and forth a little bit here. Ardal, who was there, a guard had come, and Ardal had talked to one of the guards. How's things going? Talking about the place. He talked about how much he liked the pizza, and so Celine comes out in the scene, and instead of there being four were-rats coming out, four regular people come out. And the guard is aware these are the people that work at McDonald's, and he knows these are the guys at Troll Skull Pizza Emporium. And he's like, what's going on? And about that moment, Elliot comes waltzing out of the front door of their building. So the guard sees McDonald's employees coming out of Troll Skull Manor, Troll Skull Manor owners coming out of McDonald's, and he's like, what's going on? And Elliot, they say, hey, these are were-rats, and they of course deny it. You're crazy. We're not were-rats. Elliot takes out one of his silver, and as soon as he gives it to one of the were-rats, they just are like, forget it. They turn into were-rat form. And you guys are really lucky as players, by the way, because I did not realize that were-rats are immune to non-silvered bludgeoning and all that. I didn't know. Or resistant to it. I didn't realize that. So y'all looked up. That could have gone down real bad. Anyways, so they did kill the were-rats. Unfortunately, the guard also died. Right at the moment that the last blow was thrown, M. McDonald comes around the corner with several city guard, and they go, what is going on here? And that brings us to tonight. Everybody caught up? Allie's like, what in the
Yep.
world?
I'm pretty sure I'm still hiding in a
Probably so.
McDonald's place.
Yeah,
So
probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you were.
just so glad I wasn't there.
Yeah, and Lockett. So at this moment, Lockett wakes up with this loud noise, and Lockett, if you were to just glance out the window, you can see lots of city guard there. And so Emick is standing there. Emick says, "What is going on here?" And y'all let me know.
No.
I'm just half expecting someone to say, "Surprise! It's a birthday."
And
Can I roll stealth?
yeah, you're okay, Lockett. You don't necessarily draw attention to him because you're kind of up in the building.
Yeah.
You're not out on the scene. So yeah, you can you can have that without rolling. That they wouldn't necessarily notice you if you peek out the building or whatever. If you want to see what's going on. So yeah, So what do you guys want to do?
I should get my dice. 1 sec. Oh.
All right. Celine's just like, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell's going on here? Your employees are were-rats. They attacked me, they attacked the guard and killed him before we had a chance to finally take them out.
And Emick looks at him. He says, "These are not my employees. You guys. This is with you. You guys take these people, have them dress up as my employees that are were-rats. You're just trying to shut my business down, aren't you? You guys are just trying to take over my business." And he says, "Guards, I demand you arrest these immediately."
They literally came out of your place, and this guard recognized them.
And
So,
the guard's looking at look at that. Okay, so you guys are going to sort of
because they're
get
not were-rats at the moment, right?
Yeah.
They're
no,
normal
they're
people.
humans. They're humans right now.
Yeah.
So at this moment you guys kind of get around. So let me know what you want to do because they're looking at you sort of hostile wise in the sense that you believe that they believe Emick and not you. So let me. Oh, you know what, guys? Let's roll for initiative. Sorry, I knew I'd forget something. So,
Oh, tonight's not gonna be a good.
okay, so Conan, what did you get?
19.
All right. And Celine, what did you get?
15.
All right.
No, sorry, 16.
Okay. And Ardal, what'd you get?
15.
You got a 15? Okay, and what did Dennis get?
8.
All right. And then Lockett, what did you get?
Natural 1 for 3.
All right. That's how to do it. Actually, role playing wise, isn't that kind of where you want to be?
Not really.
All right. And then Tylee, go ahead. You're not technically here yet, but go ahead and roll, because I mean nothing breaks up a good fight other than a good song.
Yeah, but also nothing starts a good fight more than
Yeah.
an epic song.
Okay. So Tylee, what'd you get on your initiative?
13.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Okay. So this is Allie. Just I know we haven't played together a while. So kind of what's going on? We're not technically in combat, but we're sort of in aggressive action right now. So as we go to each player, they're sort of doing. They got to kind of say what's your action right now. So at this moment, you guys don't necessarily believe that the guards don't believe in McDonald. So you would have the impression that if Emick says arrest you, they are going to arrest you. So they're approaching in a hostile manner. So Celine, you're up though. If you want to, convince him not to do it or whatever you guys want, y'all, do what you want to do. Fireball him if you want. There's 20 of them.
All right.
No, I don't know. Here, let me roll it. Let me see how many there are. There's 7 of them, plus Emick.
What is he doing with 7 guards that late at night? Anyways.
Wouldn't you like to know?
That's a
Like
good
3
question.
in the morning.
That's a very good question.
All right, so if I only got a couple words to say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be like, "How do you not recognize his employees if you are his friend? You've obviously been there. You've seen them."
So the guard says we have no idea who these are. Um, if you want reference to that, I can give you that mechanically later if you're not quite understanding what's going on. Um, okay. So Celine's like, what's going on? And he seems to like he thinks you're just trying to talk out of getting arrested. Ardal, you're up. Ardal, do your thing. Do your thing, Ardal.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to spend all day on this.
I am going to go up to where pretty much everybody that was involved in the altercation plus Emic
Yeah.
is in the 15-foot radius
Yep.
and cast Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
So everybody gets to make a charisma save of 12.
Okay.
Except for me, because I'm technically not there.
Now, what happens if he fails it? Do you just have to tell you the truth,
If
or
they
I'll look it
fail
up.
on a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
Okay.
You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. So
That's-
I personally know.
Okay.
How
Wow,
big did you say this was?
dude, Emmett rolled a nat 1. So let's see. Okay, so here this is going to be the first 3 guards. Or no, I'm going to say that do you get all 7 guards in this, or would you say about half the guards? What do you think?
Well, it's only a 15-foot radius, so probably the ones closest.
Now, if you were keeping this off of y'all and on Emic, and it's a 15-foot, then you're going to hit all the guards.
I rolled a 16 anyways, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Okay. Well,
not
okay.
that I have anything to lie
Okay.
about.
So two of the guards look at you kind of cross, and one of the guards, he's like, "That's it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna leave my wife for Teely. I love her. I'm going to Yawning Portal right now," and he just runs off. So, so one of the guard professes his love for a bard, and he just runs off. But Emic, he's just like, look, obviously I hired these to pretend to work for you because I need your business to close down because you're sucking up all my business. I'm going to go out of business. What do I have? I couldn't afford Troll Skull Manor. How could I ever possibly afford that place? All I could afford is this little tiny piece of nothing. So I had to hire these employees to sabotage you. And it would have worked too if it wasn't for you mangy
Meddling
kids.
kids and your
So
meddling kids and your talking dog.
so at that moment, the guard that had sort of approached a little bit aggressively towards Celine actually turns his hand in sort of like in a cupping motion and kind of pets you on the shoulder, and he's like, "My apologies," and they immediately arrest Emic and haul him off.
Before he does,
Yeah,
I'm going to yell over to Emic, who's still under hopefully the influence
yeah,
of
yeah. Yeah,
of truth,
he's
and
telling
just
everything.
yell. I'll just yell, "What are you doing up this late with this many guards?"
And he says, "I knew what you were doing. I had the whole thing planned out. Everything was planned, all of it, the timing and everything. I knew all about your schemes and knew all of it. And it would
She
have
was like,
worked if it wasn't for that meddling kid Conan. It would have worked."
What happened to all those beholder toys?
Yeah,
If you go into the office, if you go into the building and you look underneath the box, there's a special box there and it has a key, and the secret key is actually in the cash register. And if you take the key, you can open up. It's got 100 beholders in there.
Okay.
I was gonna sell them because they're worth so much on Faroon Bay.
Well, now they're going to be worth so much to me on Faroon Bay, and I do exactly what is needs
they
to be
will,
done to
and
get every single one of those toys.
They will, and you're gonna make a lot of money, and you're probably gonna be rich. and he's as you're taking him off, and this guard is manhandling me, but I'm pretending not to like it, but I really do.
Knew you were gay, Af.
And so Emmett goes off, and he's just shouting, confessing everything. I mean, just going off there. Meanwhile, at that moment, performing very, very late at night at the Yawning Portal that pretty much operates 24/7. Right now it's kind of a little, it's not a whole lot of people. But this guard busts in the door, and what kind of song? What would Teely be singing at this late hour? What would Teely be doing?
Well, she wouldn't be singing. She'd probably be playing this. See how this goes. Let me know if it's too loud.
There's no such thing as too loud here. Awesome. And so right at the door bust open, and yeah, guys, give it up for and
Thanks.
he busts in, and he like kind of slides across the room on his knees, and he's like, Tylee, my love, my love, come away with me, come away with me. I left everything at Troll Skull Manor. He says I left everything at Troll Skull Manor to come, and left everything to be here with you. They said something about lots and lots of gold there. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of people in distress, and they really need help. They could really use your help, but stay with me, Tylee, please.
Meanwhile, back where
Well,
we
you
are.
have to get in line first.
Yeah. So
Me-
right.
me-
Yeah. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, back where we are, we're just like, should we have told that guard that once he leaves the zone, he doesn't have to tell the truth anymore? Yeah, he'll figure it out.
No. Yeah. Yeah. He's there. He's ready now. He's okay. He's confessing now. He's good. So anyway, yeah. About the time that this happens, you can see back in the bar. There's this really it's this table, because now this is like the roughest of the rough at the bar right now, and there's a table. You got like a large half orc, basically like almost, pretty much looks like an ogre, like I guess a good ogre, and just some really rough. And this one large barley half orc with like whiskers coming out, and like a scar, like it's almost like one of the eyes is blinded because of maybe an axe wound, and just all of a sudden he just slams on the table and stands up, and she's like, Clifford, what are you doing out? And she goes over there and picks up the guard, and she goes, and she looks at you, and she says, stay away from my man. And she storms off, holding him by like the neck of his armor, and storms out. And so, Tylee, I don't know if that interests you, what he said about the something going on at Troll Skull Manor, but we'll say your shift is kind of ending now. And toss a coin to your bard, and we'll say you have 10 the equivalent of 10 gold coins is what you would have made through your efforts that night. And
Every coin that's thrown to Tylee, she steps on it first.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, so you don't have to go, but if you want to be a part of the game, you probably want to go. Not to railroad you, but
Yeah. Turns out she decides
No,
not to go, and we have to split between her and us.
that happened with Lockett. Lockett like kind of stayed behind. She's like, I'm here. Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm not. I was trying to think of a way to bring you into the game, so it's up to you. You don't have to go. You can go to. There's
This back room is over now.
yeah. There's Chol. There's a boat headed to
Decided
Chol.
instead of playing the rowdy, this
Oh.
sounds more interesting and higher pay.
Yeah. So okay. So based on that going on, you heard like something's going down at Troll Skull Manor. Your character, I'm assuming, that, you're kind of an adventurer, and you help people. It sounds like there's a lot of distress going on at Troll Skull Manor. Your character would know where that is. You would know where Troll Skull Manor is. Okay. So then we go back to Dennis. You're there, Dennis, and you saw and McDonald's get pulled off. Lockett, you can see that the guards are gone now. And so, Tylee, if you do go to Troll Skull Manor, then on the next, we'll say it takes 3 turns for you to get there if you go there.
I'll make my way.
Yeah. So okay, so now we're back up. We're kind of out of combat now. So what do you guys want to do?
Tylee's
Well,
packing up in the back.
Yeah.
I've got this huge box of
Yeah.
beholder toys.
Conan's like, okay, so Conan, you have 100 beholders.
Nice.
They are very sought after. I mean,
Nice.
these toys are very well sought after. So, roll me a. Let's see how to do this. Give me a percentile roll. You know,
Okay.
2d10s.
Yeah, I got it.
First one is going to be the tens place. Second's the ones, unless
It
you
is.
have.
I got 2 of them. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Oh. That is that one. Okay. 79.
Okay. All right. So each of these beholders would sell on, what did I say it was? Faroon Bay.
Yeah.
Golly, somebody's got to help me write this stuff down. Faroon, because we got so much stuff. All right.
Fruin Bay is just a messaging board.
Yeah. So Faroon Bay. Yeah. So basically, Faroon Bay all throughout Waterdeep
Silent
are
auction.
these little kind of boards that have a list of items for sale, and that's sort of updated each day, and people can kind of connect and purchase those items. The
However,
thing,
if that's not your thing, you can also go to Chult Zone as well. That's
Cholter,
Yeah.
Cholter Bay.
However, no, Chult Zone. So usually more bigger companies sell their stuff directly through that, but there are some active users who will sell things there.
Cholter's on.
Yeah, Cholter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes. Mechanically that makes sense. Cholt is on. Actually,
Yeah.
it'd probably just be called Cholt. They would, they just go ahead and take that name. Anyways, yeah. So, but yeah, regardless of where these could be sold in that kind of social market for 79 a piece, and it would
Nice.
take. Let's say that it takes 3 days to sell. Like, if you were going to sell, say, 10 of them, you put it up. 3 days later, it'll be processed. Okay, so yeah.
My eyes have turned into dollar signs.
Yeah. So
Cha-ching!
so Tylee, as you're kind of going through Waterdeep, you're not a wimp or anything. You can.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
a 2-foot ball of fireworks.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well-
yeah.
Waiting to set off.
Yeah, so as you're going through, you can see this. Let me see here real quick. Let's see. All right, as you guys, I love how they make you dig around to get this stuff, man. As you are walking by, you can see a well, okay, this is what he is now. I don't know if that's what he is, but that's what he is now. You see basically like a little gnome, and he appears to be holding. You just kind of catch this, whip past you. Like say a black cat runs across your path. You catch this little gnome running past, and it looks like he's holding some kind of a rock or something, and he just kind of, like a little gnome carrying a boulder, runs past you and darts down the alleyway.
All right.
Rock of Ages, if you will.
Yeah. And until
Also, Tylee's probably about the same height as he is.
oh yeah
He's short for.
yeah. So you were able to discern that the stone looked like it had a couple of like little jewels, or I don't know, like it had let's see here. It looked like he had a greenish gray stone that probably would fit like palm sized in like a human, but for gnome it's a little bit kind of large. Um, and you can see that it looked like it had three. You weren't able to tell where you are, either rubies or something. Three kind of green items. He just ran past you. You just kind of caught it out of a glimpse of your eye, and he darted at a dashing motion. So so he's technically about a dash away from you. He ran to the left.
I'll Tylee will do her best to follow.
Yeah. So if you so let's do a so we'll roll a chase real quick. And so go ahead and roll. I'll make a judgment call on this. We're gonna say uh let's do a dex let's do a dexterity contest. So this is you get 3 rounds to catch him. Round one, let's see what you get on your dexterity check. I'm sorry, me
20.
athletic. No, I mean ooh, that's a good. Uh okay, so you can either run after him or you can flip after him using
I
acrobatics.
will flip after him
Okay, so
using
yeah,
acrobatics,
you
of
flip,
course.
and it's a great show. Anybody that happens to
It
catch you begins to clap.
it just looks
Parkour,
like
You
parkour.
don't catch me. I got a 25.
Yeah,
it's the
parkour.
equivalent of when you're playing Ocarina of Time. You just have Link roll through Hyrule to go faster.
Okay, so he. Okay, so all right. What'd you get on your first roll?
25.
Okay,
Nat-
natural 20. Okay, yeah. So all right,
Natural 19.
okay, I gotcha. Okay, so that's the first. Let's go to the second here. Yeah, you're gonna get that. What'd you get?
This is acrobatics. I got
You can pick. What'd you get?
21.
Well, he got a 2, so I'm pretty sure you beat that. Okay, well, actually, there's no reason to roll the third one because you won more than he did.
I'm
Um,
doing the zero
so
suit
so you catch
Samus down deep.
so you catch this little guy. I mean, describe to me how you catch him, because he's gonna have to be grappled in order to stop him. So just describe what that's like.
Tylee is not so stealthily doing really flagrant flips all the way through this alleyway, super dishonored parkour. And all of a sudden she lands in front of him and puts her arm around him like, hey man, what's up?
And he's
You're
like,
gonna make it to the show?
he's like, please, don't harm me, don't hold me back. I must go quickly. I've got to make it. I've got to make it. Please don't hurt me. And he shoves a stone in his pocket, and he's definitely frantic. He is frantic and panicked and hoping you don't kill him.
Hey
Frantic
man,
panic.
how about I
Yeah.
come with you? Maybe I can help you carry that stone. I think it'd go pretty nice with my.
And
I'd like to just.
yeah, and he says to you, and he goes, what stone? What stone?
Oh, the pretty one you have right there.
And he
I
and
thought
he
I saw it.
so
Is that a
describe
stone in your
That's what
pocket? Or
made
you
me
just
notice.
happy to see me?
Unless the glint of your eyes.
so describe to
Great.
me how you're in front. Let me say it like this. I'll give a modern
Okay.
I'll give a modern YouTube cop phrase. Is he being detained by you? Are you just talking to him, or are you restraining him?
My arm is around him in a near headlock if he tries to move. But it looks
Yeah,
It would
so he does.
be a
So,
rear naked if he tried.
yeah, he tries to dart off. So give me a let's see, that'd be what, a grapple check, maybe a strength grapple check. Cuz he does. He's trying to
Poop.
he's yeah, make this one a strength though, cuz you're going to try to grab him.
Okay.
That sounds
Natural 20, I didn't expect that.
I was going to say that sounds like a nat 1. Yeah, so you grab him, and he's like please don't hurt me, and you're holding him, please just please let me go, please don't hurt me, please. and he's begging with you not to hurt him and let him go.
Man, I'm just giving you a strong hug.
He's like, please, please, it's a matter of importance. Please, please don't hurt me, please.
How about I go along with you as your pseudo bodyguard and I get a look at that stone in return?
It must be me. It must just be me. Please, please let me go. It's a matter of importance of all of Waterdeep. Please let me go.
I need to check something really
Yeah.
quick.
So if you want to do like you got an insight check if you want to see if he's being truthful to you. Um, I mean, you don't necessarily have to intimidate him. He's pretty scared of you.
Yeah, that's true. Um, um, would I know enough about the city where if I insight check him, I might be able to know who he may be working for, or at least power tier wise?
You can do an insight to try. Yeah, if you want to um try to determine like what do you know him from somewhere? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Or maybe if his clothes seems like associated with somebody.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's not good. I got an 8.
Yeah.
Get better dice.
Yeah, so you're looking at him and you don't necessarily let's see here. Let me pull this here real quick. Um oh, good. He is a gnome. Uh um you you don't assess you're not quite sure who he is, but even with an 8, you are able to notice that you would assess. I'm trying to think how to describe this. If you see somebody walking around in a McDonald's uniform, you may assume that they work at McDonald's. You know, so you notice one of the insignia and maybe his clothes looks like he may have some association with Lord Lord Draught of Neverember, or Lord Draught Neverember. He was one of the old um, he was one of the old lords that's no longer Lord of Neverember, but you remember his symbol. Maybe he's of one of his, just enough to notice that maybe he has something to do with him in some way. Now, the things that I told about Raynar Neverember, that your character didn't necessarily interact with all that. You haven't really met the characters yet. See, right now you just see this, he's I don't know. I'm trying to think if somebody went out a bit. He's wearing a Blockbuster Video uniform. How about that?
Okay.
He's no longer a thing, but you recognize Blockbuster, I guess. I don't know if you're. I may be way. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Blockbuster or not.
Yeah.
But
We
anyway,
had a family.
that's a good example.
Yeah.
Like he has like the, wow, what a difference thing or something. Whatever. Anyway, so that's what that would mean to you. Like he's maybe somehow associated. He could be part of the court. Maybe it just works for him. That's you assess that. You notice that. So and again, this whole time he's it's your character. Your character would be assessing this. Wherever he's going, you can't go with him, and he's on some kind of a hurried mission, and he's really sad that he's being held up right now.
All right. I'll let him. Tylee will let him go. And why do they always have to send us short people to run all the long distances?
And he goes, thank you, thank you so much. And he says, he's like, tell me about it, And then he runs off. I'll give you without a roll. You would not, you wouldn't necessarily picked up like there's any evil intent about him. Your character would feel maybe he was a courier. I mean, you saw he had something in his hand, but you wouldn't necessarily walk away from that encounter thinking that he was an evil person. It'd be more like you stopped a FedEx truck at night. There was a FedEx driver on a moped, and you stopped him. He was like, "Please, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go," And so, anyways, after that, if you make your way to Troll Skull Manor, you guys are outside. Conan, I'm guessing you would have just robbed a McDonald's, pretty.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
repurposed.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll say that. So
I wanted,
yeah, go ahead.
It's
I
not
did want to
exactly
catch up.
robbing.
Yeah,
Sorry,
So,
okay, go ahead.
yeah.
so I did want to catch up with Conan. Do I know that he went there? Like, did I hear the guy say that
Yeah. If you looked
the
out the
stuff?
window, you saw that. You can see Conan standing in the
Okay.
doorway. You would know to run over and and it's empty. I mean, nobody's in the McDonald's, so it's the
I'm
guard.
also trying not to be seen. Should I roll stealth or is it fine?
Yeah. But it's
You
not exactly stealing if he told us where to get it.
Yeah, and how to get it.
well,
And how
okay.
to
So
get it.
so if I tell you guys where I keep all my money, you're
That
like,
just sounds
we can
well
go take it
planned.
because he told us.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Christopher
that's how it
told us he
works.
got a new car, so we clearly that meant we could go take it. He told us
I
he
Yeah,
mean,
got
to
I'm
be
one.
like,
fair, so far me and Conan have both been proving ourselves not to be of the lawful variety.
Yeah.
So,
well,
So, anyways, yeah. So if you want to go there, the guard that would normally be in charge of securing things after the end of an event, he ran off after some bard. So they don't know what happened to him. Anyway, so it's about this moment that Tylee, you come up to this scene. There's some bodies on the ground. Looks like a big thing went down, and you're greeted by what looks to be like a uh, a Japan, like a samurai type warrior, right at the corner, and he's like, and he says, he says over to you, he says, be careful. There's a lot of uh, of dead bodies up ahead.
Oh, really? Sorry.
Yeah.
Um, thanks for the heads up. She just doesn't even say that, just looks and nods.
Yeah. So okay, so let me jump back. So real quick, who's kind of still out at the street?
I'm trying to be with Conan in the shop.
Okay.
yeah. So I guess I'm in the shop and I'm just
Yeah.
counting out these toys, and I've got a checklist and everything. So if one goes missing,
Yeah.
I'll know.
Yeah. So if you want to take
Because I'm
those,
totally going to steal from you, right?
so you would have 100 uh, wooden beholder toys, 100 rare wooden beholder toys, and then
Right.
Celine, do anything that, I mean, what do you have going on?
She would just be waiting for the guards to take the rare rat bodies away.
Yeah, it's
Just kind of watching over the
yeah.
street.
Okay, yeah. So you can see this bard kind of walking up, just passing Elliot. And about that time, you can see what looks to be city workers. They could pull up with a cart, and the guy's like, "Bring out your dead," ding, and he's like beating a cat. "Bring out your dead," ding, and it, meow, and, yeah, and so. Anyways, they bring the cart and they look at you and they like, they look at you. Let's see, you're standing out there. Ardal's standing out there. Lockett, you said you went in the building, so they look at Ardal and Celine and Tylee and Elliot, and they're like, come on, help us pick these bodies up.
I don't get paid to do that.
You're asking me to pick up a full ass.
I made them that way. You clean them up.
They go, you nobles, always looking down on us. You always want to keep the poor man down, and they start.
I'm looking down on you.
He's like, I tell you, it's the trouble inherent in the masses of the system. I forgot. I can tell you. And then he looks
I'm
at,
being oppressed.
yeah. He walks over to Celine and kind of grabs you by the leg. He's like, "Help! Help! I'm being repressed." And so, anyways, they load these bodies up, and they kind of haul them off, and Elliot looks over. He says, "Ah, you're a bard, are you?"
I point to my case on my back. What's up?
And he says, we have our new establishment that we're opening up. I don't know if you've heard it or not, but the DM lost his notes, so he can't say the name. Jeez, where's my thinking no? What's it called? Troll skull.
Pizzaporium.
What in
Can't
the
And
world?
remember.
Oh,
pub.
here we go. Okay, troll
Troll
skull,
Skull
pizza
Pizza
porium, and pub.
Emporium.
Troll Skull Dungeon Dive
Yeah,
Pizzaporium.
and he says,
And
"Have
pub.
That's right.
you looking for a place to perform? Where do you perform now?"
Oh, here and there, kind of depends on what my audience wants, you know.
And he says, "Well, we'd love to offer you a place here, and you're certainly welcome to perform here. We have lots."
Are you gonna pay me, or is this exposure?
He says, "Well, let me consult with my party here." And he walks over to so Elliot walks over to Celine. He goes, what do you think if we had a bard, we could make even more money? Think about it." I can't talk like
If Tylee notices you talking about her,
yeah.
she just starts posing.
Yeah, he's like talking about like look at her. Look at it. Come on. Don't you
Oh,
Celine, come
Jesus.
on. Money.
I guess what's one more child coming in?
Okay.
We already
Yeah.
got like
So,
six
like
of
her.
them.
So he said. Elliot looks back and he says, "What about you? You work and you keep all the tips that you earn, and we provide room and board for you."
But first, you
Oh.
do need to pay. Do need to technically pay the first rent, the first rent, which I would think is about 10 gold that were stepped on by a bard.
And then so Conan, so you would if Conan's saying this, I guess you're kind of
Conan's
stepping.
not even there. He's in the shop with me, isn't he?
Yeah, are you hearing this or
I'm everywhere.
he's, he's omnipresent.
The fourth
I
wall
mean, if you
exists
want to
through
leave the
all.
shop and I'll just take all the beholder stuff, I'm fine with that.
So
No,
we're
I
now
thought she was inside the shop.
so now we're kind of here. So Tylee, just to kind of show you what's going on. These let's see here. Let me see if I can get it. So basically, they're maybe yellow's not a good color. What's a good color you can see? I'll try red maybe. So Celine and Ardal are standing here. This is the entrance to the manor, and Tylee, you'd be standing about here, and Elliot would be kind of beside you. If Conan comes out and says that, Conan's going to be coming out of this building right here. If you came out and said that, I'll say because it's really late at night, you kind of can hear the. Any of you guys ever live in a house that has single pane windows? You can kind of hear everything people are saying out in the street. So Conan, you could have heard the conversation and come out and been like, "Hey, you owe me rent," or whatever. And then Elliot's like,
Rent will be about 10 gold stepped on by a bard.
Elliot's like, "No, we could let her, we could give her a room." And Elliot looks like, "Come on, Conan, you've given away how many rooms now? Can I give away one
You
room?"
saw my show then?
And
You stayed for my whole set.
oh, were you talking to Conan? Asking for 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's wanting to know if you saw her.
Sure, if that makes you stay here.
So Tyler,
Insight.
yeah. So Conan looks to you like a little boy. I mean, he's like a little.
Even to me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he'd be about the same height, but he looks like a young boy human. Oh, go ahead.
Actually, technically, I would be taller than Tylee because halflings are short, really short.
No,
and you said you're short even for a halfling, right?
Yeah. No, I mean,
yeah, you're literally an ankle biter.
But she would know. She would still know what a young human looks like. Yeah. So if I don't know if you want to inside him, and Conan, if you want to contest that, or you can set.
If he actually saw me perform the
Yeah.
whole set.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. You're trying to see if he's lying to you or not. Okay, that'd be
Yeah.
a contested.
Okay.
So you do an insight, and we'll just let it be a contested insight, Conan. So just you roll an insight, and you got a 6.
You want deception?
Yeah, I guess it could be deception if you want, Conan.
Yes, I'd like it to be deception because that makes it an unnatural 20.
Yeah. So yeah, as far as you know, he's telling the truth. He was there and he saw your show. Maybe he's your biggest fan.
for coming, but if you actually enjoyed it, why would you want to take all my
Got to pay the bills
10
somehow, right?
gold is a lot of rent. I'm gonna see this place first.
No, here's the thing. Not only is it rent and board forever, but also you get to play here every night. You get to keep
Get
40% of the tips.
to.
And so Elliot looks at Celine and Ardal. What do you guys think about having a bard at our pub?
I like her.
I just can't
I
say it
think
as
she's
excited
excited.
as he talks.
Might as well.
So Elliot says, look. Why don't we let's just look, hold on, look. Let's just take a vote. Okay? I'm in vote of Tylee staying here. We'll give her room and board, she can collect her tips, and we don't have to charge her. That's my vote. Celine?
Fine. I already said fine. Do we want?
Ardal?
Yeah, I like her.
Okay. So we so majority rules. Tylee, you can come and you can stay, and you don't have to pay. And
Is that majority? Because we didn't
Oh.
ask Dennis or Conan or myself.
wait, no, Conan said
Just
no.
decided.
Conan,
Well,
Conan.
I never said no. I just said
Give money.
I just said 10
So-
gold stepped on by a bard
Yeah,
would be
so-
good for
so-
first rent and only rent.
So Elliot
Pretty good deal,
hears
if you ask
this.
me.
Elliot hears this little gnome speaking from there, and he's like, "Lockett, where you been? We could have used you." And he's
Oh,
like,
hi.
"Well, what's your vote?"
Look what I
then?"
made.
And he's like showing
I'm
all
just
these
gonna
scratches
just-
on his arms where he's been beat up and attacked, and he's like,
I'm just gonna.
nice to
I'm just
show
gonna
up."
gesture to
Yeah.
my rat and
Yeah.
say, "Look what I made."
So what? So he says, "So what's your call? A bard?" A bard. So basically, the thing is, one, do y'all want a bard? If you do want a bard, do you want to charge the bard to stay, or let her have a room and board and she works for tips?
So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk up to her.
Yeah.
I would say, "Do you know who I am?"
Not yet.
I'm gonna reach my hand out. Keep it that way.
Solid.
All right. So, okay, and Elliot's like, well, so, what's your thought, Lockett? She's gonna have
She's
to pay to
fine
stay,
as
or
long
she
as
can
she minds
stay?
her business.
Okay. And then, so he looks over at Dennis, and he's like, Dennis, we gonna charge her, or are you just gonna let her stay? Although I think now, number wise, I think we passed the stay. Don't have to pay to stay. I think we're. But yeah, Dennis, what's your thoughts, Dennis? Dennis breaks his oath and attacks Tyler. I'm an oath breaker, die!
Oh,
So we're asking Dennis if he wants to let the bard stay, and if so, does the bard have to pay, or is it pay to play, or
It's
I'm not
pay to
paying
pay.
to perform.
that's what
He's-
Conan was kind
He's
of.
with everybody.
That's yeah. See,
Uh,
okay.
He's with
so the-
everybody
Plus
on not
first month's rent
not charging
Yeah.
him.
$1.
So yeah, so basically the majority of the party have offered you, Tylee, to join them at Troll Skull Manor, the official Troll Skull Manor entertainment manager. You would have free room and board there, one of the rooms at the manor, and whatever tips come in. It's not like you cut a deal. You know, we'd say like with the yawning portal, you probably have to pay a cut of that to the yawning portal, but here at Troll Skull Manor, you would whatever what you collect, you keep it. So that's what they're offering you: free room and board, and you keep the tips. Okay, so so Tylee agrees. So Elliot says. So again, just to give you guys a quick thing. I don't know if you remember this tonight, but it was a cloudy evening, and so you guys, if you go in to go to bed. Tylee, we can figure that out later. You know, you can describe what room you want. But anyways, we'll say you guys found your room, and I just need to know what you guys are doing before bed.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
guess.
like a closed until further notice sign, so we can sleep later than 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Well, hey, that yeah, closed for renovations or whatever, or like
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, let me think. Okay, so here's what you're running into. You guys know that a lot of the town thinks that your new restaurant's rat infested. So if you want to
Think.
put a sign up that's something like to let people know like we're like closed for health improvement or I don't know how y'all want to word it, but do y'all want to take the day to kind of because now
Well, we
because
still need to renovate the house so
you're
I can get my elevator, whatever Ty Lee wants. Maybe add some stuff to the stage, like a trap door, a
oh,
place for
take a day.
pyrotechnics
Yeah,
and
take.
special
Oh, so
effects.
yeah, y'all could do that if you want to advertise Ty Lee. Closed for renovations for new entertainment act. If y'all want to, I'm just asking you what. There's a couple of things mechanically I'm going to do based on what this sign's going to say. So that's why I'm asking y'all if y'all know what you want to. We'll say it takes about an hour to make the sign. So y'all just tell me what it's going to say.
Hmm.
It's an
Tyler,
extravagant sign.
the dart.
Coming soon. Badass attraction. Close until further notice.
Ty, yeah, go ahead, Ty.
Tylee the dart, and then the darts are musical notes inside of a hairpin marking.
Yeah,
And
so
it's a slow accelerondo through the whole thing.
okay, so tomorrow you guys are closed for the whole day. So y'all can wake up whenever you want. If you guys want to hire somebody to build this stage, we'll say it's going to cost 20 gold. If you remember the guy that you hired from the guild for 20 gold, he'll add a stage for you. And y'all know
Nice.
how to get in a hold of him. If that's what you guys want to do and you're down for the night, we'll now say it's the next morning. Oh,
But something else. Something else that what I would have done before I went to bed is a put put a alarm, back on the doors and stuff, and then put one specifically on the box that is also kept underneath my bed.
yeah. Okay.
Of the
And
beholders.
then yes, of the beholder toys. And then the next morning, I'm gonna go. Lockett, you want to come with me and sell some toys for 79 gold each and get, if this is
If
correct, 7,900 pieces of gold.
I was gonna speak with you about an idea I had that would make it even more money.
Let's do it.
Because I'm a tinkerer and I can give any of these objects a sound effect, a scent, or
ooh,
like change the color of them.
Special variants that we can sell for twice.
Right? Right? That's what I was
Let's
gonna
do it!
say.
We just
Okay.
do a high five, like.
Two children. Effectively.
so
um
yeah, so if you
do,
guys
do
if
we,
you
do
guys
we
are gonna
know
do
what
that,
Denethor sounds like?
if you guys are gonna fix these up, to kind of make them something different, I would say that would just take a day of work if that's what y'all wanted to do
it
today.
takes 6 seconds
Well,
for
no,
each one.
I know, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I mean,
It's 100. We have to
yeah.
brainstorm what we're gonna do.
So
I
yeah,
think we should have like what 20 of them be special gold variants, or maybe 10 of them be
Well, and
silver,
I can
10
also
of them
only
be
do
gold.
3 at a time is the other problem.
Three at a
well,
time
I'm
per day.
okay. So I'm saying if you guys want to color all the or do whatever, I would say it would take the day to sort of plan what you're going to do, pick what you're going to do, and do. I know it only takes 6 seconds, but there's still that planning. I'm saying if that's what y'all want. So now I'm kind of trying to find out what y'all want to do for the day. Are you
So
guys?
basically,
Yeah, go ahead.
my ability says I can have up to 3 of these effects going up at once. So I can give one of them all 3 of these effects, and then we can sell that one.
Does it?
Or I can do 3 effects on 3 different ones, and then we can sell those 3 as a
How
set
how long does the effect last for?
until I make it stop, which would happen if I cast it again on another object.
Okay, so you
So you
can't
would never be able to cast it
you
again.
can't affect all of them then. So your character
Crap.
would know. I will say this just to let you know mechanically. If someone comes and they buy something from you that's making a noise and then they leave and then it breaks, they're probably going to chase you down. So just
Yeah.
that. So keep that in mind
Okay.
mechanically.
Here's this. Imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of your choice with a 5-foot radius. Light up to 6 seconds long recorded message emits odor or nonverbal sound. Static visual effect including up to 25 words of text. You can affect a maximum of 3 objects at a time.
And it
So
I
I
have
ends.
can do
another
this
idea.
And it ends
3
if.
times,
And it ends if you
and
recast
then
it.
it ends if I cast it on a 4th object. It'll end on the first
So
object.
it would last up until you ever cast that again. So if you
Yes.
give like a 10-day warranty and you don't cast it for 10 days, it would last for 10 days.
Yes.
Okay.
Or we don't have to give warranty, and we can say all sales are final.
You can.
because we're
You can. I'm just letting you know.
cheapskates.
I'm just letting you know mechanically that if
Yeah.
if somebody buys this, because these would be probably luxury items. This isn't gonna. This is gonna be like, higher up.
That's why I'm saying if we take our time to sell them, we can make a lot more money, most likely. But it also means that we're probably gonna get people complaining that they're stopped working.
Which is why I have a better idea. If we can go to the spell shop and I can find the very simple spell of color spray, we can paint them with magic
I
paint.
might know that.
Do you
Hold on,
have the
hold on. Hold on, I might have color spray.
'Cause I can know one more spell if needed.
I can switch my spells out whenever I want, because I'm an artificer.
An artificer.
Uh,
It's a first level wizard
So
Artificer.
spell.
they're
no,
worth.
I don't have that spell.
How much were they worth right now? 70. How much would you say? 79 or
79.
79.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna say this. If you guys enhance them, if you guys discover a way to enhance them, then they're worth 100. If you can, what I mean. So I mean, if you don't want to just sit and mechanically figure all that out, if you guys want to discover a way to enhance these, then they can be worth 100. If
So it's up to you.
if that's what you guys want to do, I'm not going to make y'all sit here for like 3 hours and figure out how that works mechanically in D&D.
Yeah.
We'll just make a judgment call. If you guys enhance them, they're worth 100. If you guys want to sell them, you could sell them the next day, but it's going to take you. If you're going to enhance them, it's going to take you a whole work day to accomplish enhancing these. So is that what y'all want to do for the day? So
I mean,
I'm okay with that.
Allie, did you get it? Did you figure it out? That's what life is like as a musician. People are like, hey, just play. Like, come on, monkey.
I've actually played the whole piece before, but I can't remember what key I played it in.
Yeah, you can't remember the first. Well, so anyway, yeah. So basically, in oh, go ahead if you got it.
I have the first part. Go
Turns
ahead.
out the only song Tylee knows is the cantina.
I had that happen at a family reunion where my great grandmother asked me to play it like in front of the whole family. She's like, "Play this." I'm like, "Go ahead if you got it." That's good.
That's awesome.
No, it's awesome. Yeah. So
Something like that.
so the leaves kind of rustle through. They kind of whip through the nice autumn breeze, and it is a cloudless autumn day, guys. It is beautiful, beautiful, clear. Any of you guys from Texas, the stars at night are going to be big and bright, deep in the heart of Waterdeep.
At night are dark and dim whenever they want to be over Dumble Stupid Texas.
So Lockett and Conan spent their day doing that. I'm gonna. Is someone? Oh, go ahead, Lockett, if you had some.
And before bed, I was gonna pull a prank.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll give us an ending routine. Okay, so that's what they spent their day doing. So Celine, what would you be doing today? Just working on bad news, or?
Well, I'm working on bad news this time. I'm working on that dagger pistol that I showed you in the group.
Okay, go ahead and whatever. So how many days are you on the? How many days do you have on bad news right now? I will say this: if you spent the whole day working on bad news, I was gonna give you two days of work. I don't know if that changes your decision or not, but
I mean,
if
I
all
guess
you
I'll
do
stick
is
with-
this, it's 2 days because you can work. I'm gonna declare that you can work, like a long shift and not
Yeah,
2 days.
We'll just say I work on making bad news for now. I need to, because I have to create. I'm basically gonna have to create that pistol dagger weapon. So I got to think of what I want to
Okay,
do,
yeah.
and then send it to you,
So how many days you
mechanic wise.
how many days are you on bad news right now? Do you know
Well,
roughly?
we skipped the 12 days it took to build the place, right? So
Yeah.
12. And if you're giving me 2, I'd probably be like 14 or 15 days in.
Okay. So if we do the 30, you're about halfway. Um, I'm gonna just mechanically let you know this. If you hit level 5, then you made it. If you don't get it
Okay.
made by the time you're level 5, then because I wanted to do that for each of you. Each of you, I wanted you to have something special at level 5. So I'm not metagaming. I'm just saying. I mean, still use your days to make it, but
Yeah.
just to let you know, so you don't feel like, man, I got to play this game for 6 months just to get bad news. If your character hits level 5, then you also made it. Okay,
Sounds
so
good to me.
Celine works on bad news. We're gonna say that. So so is somebody willing to front the 20 gold to build the? Are y'all willing to do that? Are
I
y'all?
mean, I've only got 11 gold, so somebody else is gonna have to flip the bill
I
on
mean, I
that.
have 20 gold, but you're gonna have to convince me to let it go because I still haven't cashed in my silver
Did you
block
not
of
hear
gold.
Tylee's beautiful rendition this morning of the?
I
I can do
mean,
it.
I
Come on,
did,
she obviously
but I'm
she
also
can
not a
back it
music
up.
person, so I'm just okay with her because she said she'd mind her own business at this point.
Well,
I'm not saying you
Ardal
can't
steps up.
convince me. I'm
Ardal
just
steps up
saying,
and does like
yeah. So
Ardal steps up and does like the Frodo thing in the Lord of the Rings. I'll do it. I'll toss in the
you
20
can
gold
have
just to
my
stop the
axe.
arguing. You can have my 20 gold. Here you go.
Yeah.
I'll just toss it on the table.
So okay, but yeah, so anyway, so you paid him. He's building a stage. It took him a day. So Tylee, how did you? So he kind of looks at you. How do you want this stage? How would this stage be? Is it just a half stage, a corner stage? What would this be?
I'm not sure what the layout of the whole place is, but it
Oh,
would be either a full circle in the middle of the whole place, or
okay.
a half circle jutting out of
We,
well, actually no, it'd be a
we're
triangle
being
jutting
we're
out of the
being
wall.
generous. We're being generous with the dimensions of this place, and it kind of gets big and small
Okay.
as you come up with
It's like a
ideas.
TARDIS.
Yeah, so if you want a center stage, that can happen. So kind of like the yawning portal, only
I want the yawning
yeah,
portal, but a stage.
yeah, okay. So yeah,
Sweet.
Don't forget we have booths instead of stools.
oh yeah,
If you look on the map,
Also-
where
Yeah.
Skull Manor is, there's like a towery type thing. That I
yeah,
would assume is like the corner of.
yeah. Okay,
Like,
yeah.
part
You
of
see
that
what
is,
he's
like,
saying?
the corner of
Yeah.
our dining room. So,
So
I mean, you could put like a wedge stage
Yeah, like here.
there and play, and you'd be playing out.
Mhm.
Oh, I
So
got an
if
idea. Sorry, man.
No, I was just gonna say like how I would look at this is like, where the T1 is, like that area is probably like the main dining room, and then probably
Okay.
like over here would be like the bar area
Yeah.
type seating. You ever see like at an Applebee's or type thing? So maybe you could have the stage over
Well,
in that
I was-
direction for like the main dining.
I could
I
either
don't know,
be
I
out by the front as part of the advertisement for the place when I'm performing, or it could be
I was gonna say if you did put it in this corner, we can say it's like that Saturday. You know how the old Saturday Night Live stage was, where it actually had like 3 different stages, and it would turn, and there's another stage. So then, yeah. So I mean, if I want to do that, we could say it's here, and then
different shape.
yeah, there's like 3 different stages. So you can have like a rock stage and a folk country stage. So
Your
yeah, so if
acoustic
that's what you
stage.
want, you can have this, and then you can decide what each day or whatever what the different acts are, or whatever. If you want something like that, so you got a whatever you call that, a spinning stage that has 3 different scenes. So
And
yeah, go ahead.
something else I want to add. We should put a trap door, like in the center or whatever, so that you don't have to like crawl up onto the. You could just like raise up from the center of the stage and just be like,
So
"Woo!
So write it-
I'm Tylee. Bam!" I don't know,
what would Ardal be doing today? So Tylee's like directing the stage. What would Ardal
Yep,
be
I'm
doing?
designing.
I'd probably watch for a bit just because I'm curious about the construction, and then get bored and go up and read some more of the books that are in the library.
Okay,
See
yeah,
what's
and
there.
study the books that are
Yeah,
there. Is
yeah.
Dennis with you, or what's Dennis doing for the day?
Um,
Just doing good things
uh,
throughout the city, doing good
Let
deeds
me see
throughout
if
the
he
city.
types anything.
Trying to counteract man Conan.
Yeah, help, helping cats out of trees and.
Yeah, we'll
Uh,
we'll come back to him.
okay, no
Go on
problem.
to somebody else, and
So,
we'll come back.
so Tylee, with the instrument that you play, like your main instrument that your character plays, is there an instrument that would complement that very well?
For traditional sham, absolutely not. It's an outdoor instrument.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, yeah. So as you're
It sounds like a cross between a trumpet and an oboe if we're talking real
okay.
sham.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
A
What
trombone.
about percussion? Could that work with it at all, or
Yeah, I'll say I sound like, if I already been playing clarinet, I'll sound like I sound like myself, but brighter.
okay? Well, so as you're kind of there, I'll say that you maybe have, with your instruments and or things that are available there. There's like a set
For
of
my rock night, I'll have someone on a cajon.
yeah, but actually while you're there, all of a sudden one of the drum instruments, let's say while you're sort of just playing your instrument, one of the drum instruments floats right in front of you, and it just floats there, and you can hear a sound emanating from it that sort of just matching the groove of what you're playing.
I
I'll
forgot we
improv
had
with it. I'll
ghosts.
go with
Yeah.
it. Yes,
Uh,
Dan.
so would your character be alarmed by this, or are you just kind of like, I don't care, just let's
As
rock?
long as it enhances my performance, I'll allow it.
Yeah. So so let's see who let me say we'll say Lockett, you come down and you can see her playing and the thing floating there playing by itself.
Do I know about the
Yeah,
ghosts? Because I've been
your
absent.
character knows
Okay.
your character knows who that is. Character, you were there when they first got there, right, at Troll Skull Manor?
No,
Or maybe you don't
because
know.
I'm not on
Wait.
the paperwork.
Then no, I didn't know if you were there when they Ardal, do you know who's did any of your characters know who's playing the drums? Or y'all don't know, y'all forgotten already. Ardal,
Somebody knew. It
Ardal, do
might
you
have
know
been
who it is?
Conan.
With a ghost?
Yeah. Do you remember his name?
Casper?
Yeah.
Casper.
Like his actual
Yeah, I know about
name?
the ghost.
Yeah. So Ardal, maybe then it would be you.
I
Would
mean,
come
you
down
guys named him Casper, but
yeah.
he has an actual name.
He hasn't told us it yet, so.
Yeah. No, Casper's fine. It's, we'll have to go with that because I can't remember. Yeah. So anyways, Ardal, you see Casper playing with Tylee. You can be like, oh well, or you can let Tylee know who Casper is. Up to you.
Yeah, I'll just. Oh, so I see you met Casper. Should probably mention the place is just slightly haunted. He seems to be a cool guy though. He's really helpful. Super helpful.
Yeah, I like what he's got going on. I wasn't sure if one of you was pranking me or not, sort of initiating me into this company.
Yeah. So Casper enjoys.
Teasing me.
Yeah. So Casper's like jamming with you and enjoys something. And yeah, I was trying to give an opportunity that your character now realizes that the manor is haunted, has this ghost named Casper, and he actually is a friendly ghost, apparently.
No.
So as you're playing, the kids come down, Rose and Thorn and I forgot the other girl's name, Ren. They come down and Ardal, you can being in lore and stuff, you might enjoy this concert for the day. And then I think Lockett, you were down. So Tylee's doing all this today. So now it's getting close to evening. And you guys, it's actually as it's beginning to get dusk. Again, beautiful sunset. Not a cloud in the sky. Um, we'll say that Elliot joins Ardal in the room, and he's studying about the samurai and learning about that book that he had. He's studying that today. And so now it's getting close to evening. So it's like dusk. It's about to be evening. So real quick, Conan, what would you be doing, sort of right before evening hits?
Um,
The activity
good
before
question.
you're gonna then go to bed.
Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna do my semi-nightly routine of putting up the alarm spell, on as many of the entrances and stuff as I can, and of course, putting one on the box of Beholder toys, and then sliding that underneath my bed. So, if
All
anyone
right.
touches that, I'll know and can catch them.
Okay. Joe, do you have a monster manual, or you don't have one with you? Do you?
I do.
Um,
I can send a picture of a page if you need it.
oh no no
Hold on.
no, it's okay. I'm gonna have Joe look something up. Okay, and I'm gonna go to Joe last because I'm looking for something here. Ardal, what would you be doing right before bed? As it's closing down.
Um, Probably just tidying up whatever I was studying and then just heading to bed.
Okay, and Lockett, what would you be doing as kind of your final thing there?
I was gonna pull a prank.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
Um, so my rat can stand up on its hind legs, and when it does, its claws kind of do this in front of its face,
yeah.
and
Is this a
it has
rat
a
toy
bite
that you
attack.
made?
No, it's an actual machine. It actually functions. It's so great.
Oh,
It's a robot. So I'm gonna
don't you
leave
mean
its
a
mouth
rat
kind of
pot?
just like
Yeah.
it's made of metal. I'm gonna leave its mouth open like this and its claws like this, and I'm gonna leave it. Where should I?
Joe,
What's
turn.
up?
Okay, nobody else. If you have your books, do not look this up. Y'all stay away from your books, guys. Joe, turn to page 207 in the monster manual and look at the box in green. And I think you'll know what you need to look at as soon as you turn there. Y'all better not be looking this up. Only Joe can look it up. Monster
I
Manual
don't have a monster
207. Look at
manual.
the box.
Okay. Yeah,
Look at
I
the box.
found
I
it.
think you know what. I think you know what you need to read. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Lockett, what's your prank that you're doing?
I'm gonna leave it on the stage because that sounds like
Oh.
the most fun.
Okay. Yeah, just like the Chuck E. Cheese thing.
It's just a rack that goes.
Okay. Ty Lee, what do you do um for the evening? So I'm assuming you're gonna put that up after Ty Lee goes to bed, right? Are you gonna
Yes,
do?
this is
Okay.
after everyone goes to bed.
Okay. So how do you end your evening, Ty Lee?
Tylee will, after having a great improv session with Casper the Ghost, that she just kind of wonders if she's tripping a little bit, goes back up to her room,
Yeah.
and proceeds to try to write another, and just studies, and kind of does the, she knows she shouldn't be, and you can't really hear anything, technically. Actually,
So
wait a second. Let me.
so if you want, you can spend each day writing a hit song and just keep notes. I don't know how much you're able to play with this, but as your character spends a day, make a note and keep track of how many days you've been working on this hit song. So like
Okay.
if you do that, it would be working on your hits. You get one day of working on your hit song. Um, okay, Conan, did I skip you or did you? What were you doing for the
No,
evening?
I said that I was putting up the alarm spell
Oh,
everywhere, and
okay.
then also on my box, and then sliding that
Now
underneath.
is this on the outer windows like you did before? Think you said.
Yeah, out of windows, the door, the new stage with the
So you got like
whatchamacallit.
alarms every. Yeah, you're like ready for
Yeah,
everything. Okay.
yeah.
Um.
Everyone in the house is allowed to go through them, but if anyone
Okay.
is not in the house, it's gonna go
I'm
off.
also
Yeah. Go
I'm
ahead.
also setting an alarm up in front of my door.
Yeah.
Me
So
specifically.
as Conan, as you're heading off to the door, or you're setting up your alarms, you see that Elliot is kind of staying up late, and he shuts the book, and he's like, he's like, man, what an event, what an event. And he looks at you and he says, but I think our pizza porium is gonna make some money. And and he goes off to bed and
Yep.
kind of wishes you good night.
Night locket.
Yeah,
Sleep tight.
Night.
Bound to kill you in the morning.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
luck with that. I have
don't-
the alarm set.
I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember that, but there used to be a TV show, and they'd be like, "Good night, so and so. Good night, so and so," and they'd sit there for an hour going. Everybody would go through it.
Green Acres.
Yeah, it was
No,
a
no,
green.
no, no, it's the Waltons.
The Waltons, yeah.
The Waltons.
Wow, glad you remembered that,
No,
man.
John boy.
Yeah, good night, John boy. Good night, young girl. So anyways, yeah, so you guys go through and it's a very, very clear night. And we're gonna say it's roughly about midnight. Now, who Conan, how does the alarm work? So all of your party can go in and out of the alarm, it doesn't set it off, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now, are you doing that also for like the guests that you've invited, like Rose and Thorn, and I mean, do they all have that? Is everyone?
Everyone who is presently sleeping
Yeah.
in the house, staying in the
Okay.
house, rent free apparently.
Yeah.
They're they're freely to quote unquote trip the alarms without actually tripping them.
Okay.
If anyone who I haven't designated trips the alarm, I get that alarm of the alarm's been tripped in my head.
Okay. So so now we're a little. So you guys are asleep. 1 second here. Come on, phone. I don't know where my phone is. Let's see. 1 second, it's just loading here. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down. There we go. Okay, so Conan, man, you guys, I can't. Y'all gotta like let me add a +5 to everything I do or something, cause I can't roll for nothing. But I do think I'm not. I know a nat 1 ain't gonna do nothing. But does a 15 hit you, Conan?
A 15?
Yeah.
Can I lie and say it doesn't?
No.
You
Yes.
can certainly.
Clearly hits.
Okay, help me, guys, real quick, and on those of you that DM, real quick, help me with this roll. When someone is unconscious or laying down or sleeping,
If they're prone,
yeah,
it's
he's
an
prone.
automatic
So
crit.
it's an automatic crit on it, but you still have to hit though.
Yep.
If you roll 2 nat
Yeah.
1, it's advantage.
If
Okay.
they're prone, yeah, it's at
My first
advantage.
one
Did you really roll
I,
two
It's
nat
at
ones?
advantage within melee.
I rolled one nat 1 and 111, and it's a +4. So I mean, I'm just saying, man. I have to be at advantage. You all have to be unconscious, and the worst thing in the world for me to even have a shot at hitting you. Okay, so
It's also only at melee that it's
you
advantage.
wake up to this giant were-rat standing over you, and you take what? Hang on. You take 8 points of piercing damage and need to make a Constitution saving throw that you can because you are now awake. The attack woke you up, so I'm going to let you make that roll. The
Okay,
Constitution save. Yeah.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Yeah. So you take 8 points of damage. It's actually your turn. You're in the initiative. You are up. You've got this on top of right. You're laying down. You could get up if you wanted, but it's like on top of you. Just attacked you.
Sweet. Am I allowed to free action scream really loudly?
Yeah. Yeah. You could let out a scream and then do an attack. Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm going to.
And you could say what it is. You can say where at or whatever.
Yeah, it's basically where we're at, and then
It's
bring
in,
out my.
Yeah,
Bring out one of my favorite spells, my absolute favorite spell, and let's cast this guy to sleep. You know,
Okay. All right.
let's
Yeah. Go
see.
ahead and roll sleep.
I'm trying to
I have a
remember.
question. Is this the same day, or have you already had a chance
This
to have a
y'all
long
have had
rest
a
this week?
whole yeah y'all had I'm sorry you're right I'm sorry guys
Yeah.
y'all had a whole long rest. This is the next day. Y'all went through the day and did everything we talked about. This is the
Okay.
evening where it's nice and clear.
All right.
5D. Okay, that's what I was looking for. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what happened to all my D8s. I just can't apparently see them for whatever reason.
Rocket uses them.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's not too bad. Wow. Okay. Uh, let's see. I'll add this up. Is 14, 18, 22, 20. Does a 28 put him to sleep?
Yeah. So you you cast
Nah.
that you cast that he and he's still there. You can tell that it kind of he knows that you cast something on him, but just this hatred there. Um, how how far room wise are y'all's rooms pretty close? Like Celine, how far would you be away from Conan if you wanted to help him?
I think
I mean, these
I'd
are
have to look.
upstairs and y'all rooms are together. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is your room like 30 feet away, or how far away would you be?
I would. Well, did he take the third floor room? Because I think I'm on the second floor with the entrance to the.
So yeah, so it would take a dash. If you're on the second floor and if he's on the third and you're on the second, then it would be a dash. Conan, I think you did say you took
Yeah.
the top floor.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's
Yeah,
gonna
because you wanted to make the pull that goes all the way down from the top to the
yeah.
bottom.
So you would have
A dumb waiter, but yeah.
yeah. So you
Yeah.
yeah. So if you were gonna go there, you wouldn't be able to help him on this turn, but you can get in the room on this turn if you want to get there.
Yeah, if I hear him yelling and screaming, I'm gonna run up after him.
Yeah, because you can't make now. Does your yeah, you're a fighter, so you don't have like it's not like a rogue where you get an extra. Okay, so yeah, you made
Yeah,
it to the
no.
room, and then that takes us to Ardal. Ardal, you're up. Now Ardal, what floor did you take?
I'm on the second floor, wherever the library is.
It would
So.
take you to you can. What I'm saying is you can do a dash and get to Conan's room if you want to do a dash.
Yeah, I'll come up like just
Yeah,
outside the door.
I'll say that you're behind Celine.
Yeah, I'll just sort of like
As
peeking
you
through the
so
lights.
or I'll say this when you yeah so as you dash as you make your first 30 foot of movement, you are now on the second floor, and you can see a were rat standing right at the doorway of Conan. If you do your dash, you can be within 30. I mean, you can be within melee. You won't be able to attack this turn, but you can be melee of the were rat if you want to do that. You see it right at the
Can I get
door.
within 60 feet of it this turn?
Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, if you move 30 feet, then you're 30 feet away from it. It's at the door.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a Sacred Flame then. Dex save at 12.
Okay. All right, Celine, go ahead and roll a dex save.
All right, hold on. Trying to figure
No,
something
it's
out.
just a single. It's a single target. I should be able to hit the were rat without hitting
Yeah,
Celine.
you are.
Okay.
What's your roll?
So it's 20, a dirty 20.
Okay, a dirty would a dirty 20 save?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
12. 12
and okay, so you're staying back like 30 feet from the were rat, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sort of like shooting through the
All right.
legs.
What would Dennis do? Is Dennis in the same area you? If so, it would take. He can move. He could do a ranged, or he can move a dash and be within melee range of the were rat that y'all see at the doorway.
Okay. Well, Robbie wasn't feeling well, so he's off for the night.
Okay, that's fine.
So we'll just say that he
He's
went back to
so what
the
you're saying?
library
So
tonight.
you're saying he's pulling a locket?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So he went back to the library for the night. He got called home for
okay.
some reason.
Ty Lee, you hear? You would know where Conan's room is. You hear him yell out, "Where rat?" And Tylee, would you? So there's 3 floors to this place. Tylee, would you be more on the bottom floor? Would you find a place, the second floor or the third floor? What place do you think you might have picked?
Either somewhere in the middle or
Yeah, if you're in the middle, that's kind of where most of them are. So same, within 30 feet of movement, you can be 30 a ranged attack of this were rat. If you move 60, then you are within melee. Oh wait, you're a gnome. You probably only have 20 feet of movement, 25 feet, right?
on a halfling. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you would actually dash and be 10 feet away from this were rat.
Okay. Uh, I would like to throw a dart because I am
So
Tylee the dart.
yeah, if you throw a dart, you can move 25 feet. And the dart, what's the distance on the dart?
Uh, let me look.
I think it's 20 or something, isn't it?
Something like that.
Let me see. Let's see. 20
I think
feet,
it's 20
60,
feet.
60 feet is at disadvantage. Where you would be, you can make the attack at disadvantage to hit the were rat.
At dis- okay, let me check something else. I would like to cantrip vicious. I would like to vicious mockery.
Okay, yeah. At the were rat that you see.
What do
At the-
you say?
So
Tylee runs out. What does Tylee see when she runs?
when you run, you know that Conan yelled were rat. When you run up as far as you can up the stairs, you can see outside of Conan's room a were rat standing at the door.
She yells, "Rat, where?"
Yeah. So yeah. So if you want to do vicious mockery,
I don't care. Tylee, like, wow, you're uglier than my worst trip the other night. Jeez, I would have to like throw a piano down a stairs to get something to sound as bad as you look. Wah!
yeah,
Dude,
yeah, yeah. That's what Casper does.
yeah. And so they'd have to make a wisdom
Okay.
save of 13.
Yeah. So, if you let me see what it says here. I think you basically you
It's a
do you
cantrip.
yeah okay so all right what kind of save was it again?
Wisdom at 13.
Okay. Yeah, so just roll a straight wisdom save, Joe. But it wouldn't
Well,
matter.
if I'm
Yeah, go ahead. If you know
well,
if you know how it works right now, okay, basically like this. Right now, you're in a position where you're not at this moment uh you don't have like I'm trying to think how to explain it. Hang on, maybe I can. Hang on, can you? If I wrote you something on, let's see, where do we write? Was it?
It
Where
was
could I
a
write you and
Facebook
you could see
Messenger.
it?
Probably message
I
on
rolled.
Discord.
I
Yeah.
figured I needed to roll. I rolled a 14, just a straight 14.
Yeah.
That's not including any of
What
my
did he need to make
modifiers.
to save it?
13, I think.
Okay, so we'll say you made that then. Okay, so that takes us to Lockett. You're up. You can hear all this commotion. Conan is complaining about a were rat. I don't know if Conan dies. You kind of keep all the money. I don't know how you.
I'm gonna double dash to get to Conan. I have
Better.
25 feet of movement, and I have a spell I need to be within
Are you
30 feet of
are
that to
you so
use.
how much movement do you have? Is it 30 or 25?
I have 25,
Are you
but
on
I'm
this
willing to double dash, so I can action dash and use my movement to get to Conan, or at least
are
within
you
30 feet of him.
well, that's what I was going to say. Are you on the second floor or the
Yeah.
third floor? Okay, if you're on the yeah. So now so your character is able to dash and still take an action?
No, I'm using my action to dash. This is a bonus action spell.
Well, oh okay, I see what you're saying. You're
So I'm
doing
using my
your
action to
action to
dash and
dash
my
and then a
movement to
bonus, a
dash.
spell with a bonus action. Okay, all
Yes.
right, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I
you see,
cast
so where you're at, how many feet total can your dash do? Is it 50?
50. Yeah.
If it's 50, then you are now 10 feet away from a were-rat standing right at the doorway.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Conan.
Okay.
And that does.
How far
They
is
have
it?
to make a wisdom's. It's a 30-foot range, so as long as he's within 30 feet of me, I can cast on him.
Okay.
And
Okay.
every time somebody tries to attack him, they have to make a wisdom saving throw. And my DC is. Check.
It's a billion.
13. So every
Okay.
time he tries to attack Conan,
Okay.
whether it be an opportunity attack or whatever, he has
Yeah.
to make a DC 13 wisdom save.
Okay, yeah, so y'all help me know mechanically when that happens. Okay, so after that, oh, do I need to make a check right now or is it done?
Nope.
There's
It's
no, okay.
automatically done.
Okay, so he takes a shot at he goes down. Oh, golly, how much stuff I don't see. Okay, so he comes. Let's see. Okay, he goes to take a shot with. Let's see, multi attack. We're at two attack, only one of which can be a bite. I'm just looking here to see what. Let's see, two attacks, one can be a bite. We got a bite. I'm a little bit confused by this.
So you can do a bite and a claw.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have a claw. It doesn't say that on here. I don't know if I'm. Yep, we're at.
For a were-rat?
Yeah, I don't have a. Maybe it's. Hang on, maybe it's missing. Let me see, cause I'm pulling this up.
Well,
On my
no,
phone.
rare rats can attack. They can do two.
Yeah.
They can
What-
attack with short swords.
They have
hand
short
bows,
swords,
and
Yeah.
yeah.
they can bite.
So he pulls out his sword, Conan. It
Mhm.
basically, and you're not sure if he's dead or not, but it looks like he's stolen Elliot's sword. The sword that he attacks you with is Elliot's sword, and it's a. And don't worry, because probably a 13 probably ain't gonna hit you.
He has to
Actually,
did he attack Conan? Because he has to make a wisdom save first.
Yeah, I will. Is it every time he attacks?
Every time he attacks Conan,
let me-
anything that attacks Conan has to make the wisdom save.
Let me do this. Let me resolve this, and then we'll roll those. Okay, so
Okay.
does that hit you?
yes,
Okay.
my armor is only
Yeah,
11.
but aren't those wisdom saves supposed to be to not attack him?
Yeah.
Like if he fails the wisdom save, he can't
He
attack.
can't attack Conan if he fails the save.
Yeah.
Since he's multi-attack, then he would get to try twice.
Yeah, but he'd have to do a wisdom save on both attacks.
Okay. All right. So here's first save. Okay, the first save is a 19. Does that make?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Second save, a 4. Okay.
No.
So so the sword is, well, that worked out because I rolled the sword attack. So actually that kind of helped out that he missed. So he takes Elliot's sword and jabs it in you, and it does 8 points of. I forgot what the sword. I don't know. He has some kind of special sword. It's either piercing or slashing. Since it don't matter, it's one of those. Some kind of attack. I don't think
Cool, I don't-
I don't think it affects it mechanically, but it'd be 8 points of damage.
Cool, I don't like that, but I have to take it anyway.
Yeah. Now I've got to roll. Oh, I did already. I rolled the what you said. Okay. Now, you guys can see that there's one like on top of Conan. So when it gets to y'all's turn, y'all are actually. Oh, I'm sorry. Your characters, when you came up, you realize that there are two were rats. One is on Conan, one's at the door. Y'all didn't know that until now, but now you know. So Conan, you are up now.
Cool. I'm about to die, so
If you
I
run
guess
away, he still has to make that wisdom save for the opportunity
yeah.
attack.
But if he hits, I'm still dead.
Oh, well.
I can
Yeah.
heal you eventually by a little.
So I guess
I
I'll
Yeah,
can
do.
heal you as soon as I get to
yeah.
you, which I'm 10
I
feet
I
away.
Tylee's like,
gotta.
go down. I got you.
I'm gonna go for broke, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna throw. The only thing I can do right now is I'm gonna have to throw magic missile at him because I don't want to waste a spell
And
that
does
involves
does
concentration.
range affect magic missile, or can you do it with somebody on you?
Nope,
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I can do it with someone on me as
Yeah,
long as they're within 120
yeah,
feet.
doof, doof,
Yeah,
doof. Yeah,
an
just
automatic
yeah, go
zippy
for it, man.
zap.
Hey, can you use a higher spell slot now?
Yeah, I mean using it at second level, so it's
Okay,
going to
yeah,
be an extra dart flies out. Ooh, not too bad. Okay, so he's going to take 4, 8, 10, 13,
yeah.
14, 15, 16, 17 damage
Whoa.
from
Yeah, just
magic darts that flow out.
yeah. And when this happens, the sword that he stole. Again, you're not sure if Elliot's dead or not. But it drops. So he drops the sword on the ground, and he is very bloodied, like he's extremely bloodied. And it's
I have my suspicions.
and now it's let's see, now it's Celine, your turn, and and your character would well, I mean, you know that there's things around you. I'm trying to think. You see this wizard beating up your buddy. Um, so you want to. I hate to kind of take control of you a little bit here, but in this moment, that's what I was. Oh, let me message you. Hang on. Can you see on Facebook if I message you?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Also, Christopher,
Yeah, go ahead.
the sanctuary is not active anymore.
Oh, okay. All right, let me. Golly, where'd Joe go? Where are you at, Joe? I hate how the computer just like goes to a crawl, man. um, shoot. Okay, it won't let me. All right, let me try to do it in. Let me see if I can do it in Discord. Joe, can you read a note in Discord? Oh, I lost you. I lost Joe. Oh, there he is. Okay. All right, Joe. If I typed it in Discord, can you see it?
I can. I haven't got a
It,
notification yet, but
this is crazy. How I'm like when I click on this stuff. Okay, there we go. Okay. Um. Really? Okay. Um.
alrighty.
Okay. Did you get all that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just. So like mechanically, that's where your mentality would be right now.
Okay. All right.
So get all your frustration out on whoever you want to.
Well,
It's like
um,
Celine's like payback. It's
no, I'm just trying
payback.
to. I'm just trying to was actually trying to figure something out. So
Yeah, go
hold
ahead.
on 1 second. So I can.
Yeah, I figure if we don't exactly hit the mechanics of this perfectly, we'll just have to go with that. Because we'd sit here
Oh,
all
and
night.
I got the stats,
Yeah, we'd be sitting here all night trying to figure this stuff out.
but I think. All right, so I
You
mean,
so
a
you
reveal
yeah.
as Celine comes running up. Um, she stands in the doorway, sees the were rat,
Yeah.
sees Conan, and the change actually takes an action. So
Well,
she just kind of like, I mean, unless you
yeah,
want it to
that's what I was
be
trying to explain.
sooner.
Right. Okay, so I'm sorry. Here's what's going on. The reason I'm sorry. Because it's a clear night. It's a full moon tonight, and it's completely clear. So you don't like have that. That's what I was trying to explain. You don't necessarily have control right this moment. You're in the form, and you have extreme. Uh, like the beast is taken over, basically.
Okay, well, no,
That
that's fine. I just didn't know at what point
and now
of me
Celine is a
running.
person. Yeah, now Celine is a person. You notice that you may you may have not quite gotten out of that battle unscathed. You may have thought you did, but it looks like you didn't. But yeah, you're not yourself right now. And this one's there's gonna be. I mean, I guess I can. Well, now that everybody kind of gets a little idea of what's going on. You if you choose your character mechanically can actually choose to embrace it, whatever. But right now you're just realizing this. It's I think it says that in the rules. It says like a full moon. It's not like a choice. It just overpowers you and you're a little bit out of your mind at that point. So I'm saying that's what's going on right now. You're just
Yeah.
discovering this. The players may or may not realize that right now. But yeah, right now you would want to attack someone. I know I'm not trying to take over your character. I'm just saying how
No, I
like
understand
yeah
what you're doing.
yeah
I'm just pulling up the were rat
yeah. If you
stats
want
because
to, you can just
I
use
think
those
they
stats.
still mimic
Yes.
mine.
Yeah,
I
you
think
can.
it's still my stats, but
Yeah, it's fine.
um,
That's what I'm saying. Mechanically, if we're not perfect, but yeah, if you want to use the bite or, you know, now if the mechanic where you use your weapon, you can use one of your light guns if you have that.
all right, yeah, she. Well, it depends on where she would have changed because if she had already
She,
changed when she got out of
yeah,
bed,
you
she
you
probably
you
wouldn't
kind
have
of don't
grabbed
know.
it.
Yeah, you sort of changed because like a beam of moonlight would have maybe hit you. You changed and
So
you
she's
just
like in hybrid form.
yeah,
So
and
yeah,
you
she would have had her. She would have had her gun with her. She would
right,
have
and it's a
had
little bit
one
of
of the
it's a little
guns.
bit of bloodlust. You just ran right for Conan's room and jumped on Conan and or no I'm sorry, you didn't do that. Someone else did that.
No,
But you ran to
Elliot
the
definitely.
aid of uh the other were rat that you mechanically you feel that you want to you mechanically don't want you guys
Yeah.
kind of stick
So
together.
you said there's two were rats. Is one of them me and the other one's the other guy, or is it?
Yeah, there are two. One's on Conan.
Yeah.
You're now the players that ran upstairs. Conan didn't say they're were rats. He said there's a were rat, and they they as far as they know. Well, now they all know there's two actually. But when they first ran up, some of them thought you were the only one available. But now they all know there's two. Everyone
Okay.
now knows
So
there's two.
me and another person.
Yeah, you're at the door. You've got Ardal. No, actually, no one's on melee with you. You can you could get right on Conan if you want.
All right. Well, if I'm gonna do, if I don't know, I feel like lawful evil is there. So if I get two attacks,
Yeah.
um,
You could do
I
one with
would.
your gun and then go up and do a bite if you wanted to do that.
I guess I kind of have to. All
Yeah,
right.
you're a little bit out of right now. You're just a little bit out of. You're not in control right now.
Oh, you're lucky that's cocked, because that was on a natural 20 and a 13.
Conan's like, come on, man. Do you want me to roll for
um,
Celine so you don't die? Because I mean, Joe rolls pretty good.
yeah, because both of those are like I rolled a 17 and an 18.
Okay, yeah. All right. So how much damage did that attack do?
Well, let's see.
Because
Bite attack.
we'll resolve the attacks don't necessarily stack. We'll resolve it. So if Conan goes down, you go down and you're at 0, and then the next attack would be like at 0. So
Well, if he goes down, I would just probably attack the next person who's standing up.
okay,
anyways.
yeah, go ahead.
So 5 on the bite attack.
I'm down.
Okay, so Conan goes down and is unconscious. Yeah, and then the
Right.
next closest one to you would be Ardal.
All right, then I would spin around to shoot at Ardal. Let's see, where's the D10?
Kylie, you're probably impressed at the ballerina,
So that would be
the ballerina werewolf.
Oh wait, no, I'd have to re-roll to hit her.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
That's the other 2. Oh, I should have kept the other roll. Hold on. Where is this?
So Lockett, you're behind Ardal. Here, let's go back to our. I'm going to go back to our yawning portal so we can see a little bit mechanically where everybody is.
Camera's being.
Okay, so Conan's on the bed. I'm just going to use Elliot's token for this because Elliot's on the bed. That's the doorway. Ardal's standing here. One of the were-rats is standing here. And Tylee, you're on the steps. And then Lockett. Where's Lockett's icon? Oh, there we go.
Oh, damn it.
What?
Oh,
Lockett's behind Ardal.
Well, I sent the picture. It hasn't loaded yet. Oh, there it is. I rolled a natural 20 on my attack against Ardal.
Okay.
I rolled 2d10 because my gun does d10. So I did 2d10. So it'd be 2d10 plus 3. So that's going to be a total of 21 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm down.
Okay,
I rolled 2
Ardal
nines.
goes down, yeah. So
That's why I said sorry.
yeah. Okay, so that then takes us now to Ardal,
You're
you're
going to make
up.
me TPK everybody.
Yeah, Ardal, do a. Well, yeah, I wanted to do that Rick and Morty module, and Allie doesn't know if she can come next week or not. So, okay, go. Let's see. It'd be so Ardal, you want to do your first death save? Death save.
Come on, that 20.
Come on.
That is a 6.
Okay, so
Fail.
one fail on Ardal. Okay, Tylee, you're up. So Ardal's down, Conan's down. I'll say you'll be able. You can kind of see in the room, or you know, both are down. Ardal's a cleric, aren't you? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you would know that Ardal's a cleric.
Okay.
So get her up.
I would like to cast healing at Ardal at second level.
All right.
Let me find my d4s really quick because apparently I put them somewhere.
Yeah. While you're rolling that, let's go to Lockett, and then Tylee, just let Ardal know how much he has.
Okay.
So Lockett, you're up.
So, do I know that he just the 20 on her? Like, can I tell that it was
Yeah.
a really hard hit?
Yes. Yeah. You saw it. Yeah. You saw that.
Okay. I'm also gonna cast Cure Wounds on the
Now-
cleric.
Well, yeah. No. Just so you know, because Tylee, did you get your roll? Do you know what it was?
Yep, you get 7.
Okay, so Ardal, Lockett, you know that Ardal's up for what looks to be about 7 points of band-aids. So Ardal's no longer
I'm still
unconscious. Yeah.
I'm still very concerned.
Yeah, absolutely.
One second, I gotta tell my kid.
So, Celine, you did that remotely. I mean, yeah, it was. Okay, Ardell's up. Yeah.
Yeah, with
Okay, so a D8. 8 points of healing for cure wounds.
Okay.
Woo,
And
thank
then
you.
this is the one that killed Conan, as far as I can tell, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up. Is that 20? So 10, 25. Yes. And I'm standing there, and I'm cast. Did I cast? I can't cast. I can't cast another first level after using a first level, huh?
No.
Okay.
No, it can
Then
only
I'm
be a
just gonna
cantrip.
stand there and say, "Roar!"
Oh, what about your mouse? Can it move, or how does that work?
It's in the first floor, so it
So it
could.
would, yeah. So I mean, how does that work mechanically? Is it your action, or does it move as a separate character? How does that?
I can use my bonus action to command it, and
Okay.
it can hear my thoughts, so I can do it that way. But my character wouldn't really see the point because it's so far away.
Well, it could make it to you in 3 moves.
Okay,
I mean,
I
and
will I
and
will tell it to move its full move until I'm in view,
yeah.
and its full movement is 40 feet. It has
Oh, so
action.
okay. Then in the next move, if it moves 40 feet, then it'll be there. So in the next turn, it can be within. It can make it to attack. Okay.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let that happen on your turn. It's a bonus, so I gotta remember that. Okay.
It's a bonus action, and then it immediately does what I say as soon as
Okay.
my turn's over.
Okay. So all right, that takes us back up. Conan is down. The one that's on you now.
Well, I gotta make a death saving throw,
Oh
don't
yeah,
I?
yeah. Go ahead. I don't think they'll let you die.
Okay, that's one pass.
Okay, good. All right, so we got one save, and he goes for Locket. Okay, and a 2 and a 6. I think the 16 is going to hit because it's a +4, so like it's a 20. So the two, he rolled a 6 and a 20. Does 20 hit you, Locket?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that does 4 points of piercing damage, and you want to do a Constitution saving throw.
Anthony, I need that. Sorry. Constitution saving. Oh, is it a?
Okay,
Does it count as magic?
Oh, actually, Conan, you when he takes his turn and then you do your death save, but you can keep what you got.
Okay.
Okay, Locket, what you want to do a Constitution saving throw?
Is it a magical effect? Oh, there it is.
No, it's just a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 16 plus stuff.
Yeah, if it's 16, you made it. Okay, so Conan, you made your save. Celine, you're up. You can see that. So probably mechanically, you would now go for Locket because Locket's right in the room attacking your other buddy.
I didn't attack him yet.
No, but I mean,
I just
like
got up to
his character is a little bit out of mind and has some kind of like his character would feel like he kind of is on the same side as this other were rat and make an effort to protect that other were rat. Like he wouldn't like leave that were rat behind or anything.
So Ardal's back up and Locket's in there.
Locket's
now?
melee of you. Ardal is ranged, but now you do have someone within melee. I mean, I don't know. I guess so. Your ranged would be a disadvantage unless you have that feat.
Well, I'll just bite whoever's next to me.
Yeah.
Cutting words.
You don't need to worry about that. I rolled a 3, so I'm not
Okay.
gonna hit you. The bite's not gonna hit. We're gonna put that dice away.
Yeah.
Then I guess I would shoot at Ardal if she's
Yeah.
up and.
Go ahead. Knock.
Actually, is she still prone?
No. Ardal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ardal
so
is prone. It'd be a
so that'd
disadvantage.
be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So that would be still a pretty big.
We're
That'd
gonna
be
use
17 a hit.
yeah.
Nope,
No.
doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
So
All right.
Nope.
so we're gonna use this
Well,
barmaid as your. This is the construct. This barmaid. Okay. All right.
so
So
we
I'll have
have it
to
on
look one
here.
up later.
so now Ardal, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to cast command on the were-rat that's in front of me.
Okay.
I'm going to use halt, so that's a wisdom save. I have to beat a 12.
Yeah. Just do a regular wisdom, I guess.
Who's she casting on? Casting on?
On your
You.
on your where at.
Casting on me. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I think I still get all my bonuses, so
Yeah.
I still get all my stats.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Technically, it's just that one
It doesn't
addition.
matter. I rolled a 4, so that's a total of 7.
And what does that do?
Okay.
That spell you were talking about?
So I shout out halt, target doesn't move and takes no action until so skips next turn,
Skips.
basically.
Kind of
Just
skips the
stand
turn.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, just stands there next turn.
Frozen. Okay. All right. That
Um,
takes us to Ty Lee. You're up.
All
Now,
right.
if someone attacks it, does that change? You know, sometimes if
I
somebody,
don't think so.
I'll look it up. I was
Nope.
so Ardal.
Yeah, it doesn't change it.
Okay, so it can be
Nope.
okay. So Ardal, you're able to see the one there at the door. You can also see the one inside the room next to Lockett. So there's two were-rats next to Lockett. And Conan is down. Conan's down, but he made a save.
It's a were-rat and Lockett sandwich.
If you have something that's a range, you can move. You can move within range to cast a healing spell on Conan if you still have like healing word.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to go in and move closer, and for my I would like to throw a dart, and for my bonus action, I'd like to do healing word at level 1 towards.
Okay, how much closer do you want to be?
I want to be within 20 feet if possible
Okay, yeah, you're not.
of who I'm.
Yeah, so here's this is the hallway, and here's the stairs going down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you want I mean, you could just stand here, 5, 10, 15, 20, that's 20 feet away, if that's what you want.
Okay,
Of
and
this
from
one.
from that distance, would I be able to healing word Conan?
What's healing word, 30 feet? 15, 20, 20. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Conan's 25 feet away. I'm pretty sure healing word is at
Okay.
least 30 feet. If it's not, it's 30 feet right now. like
60
at
feet,
this
actually.
moment it is, yeah.
Okay.
It's
All right.
60 feet.
Yeah, it's more representative than perfect, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for throwing a dart at.
Alright, yeah, you can hit either this one or the one at either the one in the room or the one outside the room.
I want to hit the one in the room super like
Yeah,
Hawkeye.
yeah, that one's wounded. Yeah, go for it.
And okay, I got an 18 to hit.
That hits good.
And my damage.
Did you say that you were healing wording me, or?
Yeah, as a bonus, I can do that for level 1 healing word.
Okay.
And then I do 6 damage to the werewolf.
Yeah. Okay. So with the do you have another attack?
I was just gonna healing word.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, healing word at level 1. Let me look. Okay. 4. Ooh, you get 11.
Nice.
Wow, that's good, man. So
That's the maximum you can heal.
yeah. So okay. So basically, what happens? Conan is unconscious. When you throw this lethal damage attack at this were-rat, you successfully kill and murder this were-rat that falls on top of Conan.
Don't like that.
at that moment, Conan, you feel refreshed and you're healed, and laying on top of you is the dead body of your ally Elliot. Um, that takes us now. Well, actually, Conan, you're up, and Elliot's dead body is laying on top of you.
Cool. Push him off. Free
Yeah,
action. Uh,
yeah,
as you said, there's another rare rat in here too, right?
yeah. There's a were rat. Now, let me say this: what your characters are aware of. So, a lethal attack killed Elliot. I don't even know if, but so I don't know what your character knows, but you know that the were rat just turned into Elliot on top of you. You can see there's another were rat there attacking. You let me know if you're doing lethal damage or not. I just need to know that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you can do non-lethal damage with magic. Can you?
Not with a range. It has to be like a melee. But I mean, I don't know how much you mourn the death of your buddy, but you know that
Well, seeing as he just tried to kill me, not very much.
yeah, you know that you just let me know if you're gonna do lethal or non-lethal. Celine, can you message me how many hit points you have?
Yeah.
It, let me go.
Would I be able to do non-lethal chill touch?
Is that a melee chill touch?
Technically, yes, because it's a
Can you come
melee
to
spell
stealth
attack.
For the look, I don't know what the rules are on that, but for right now, yes. We'll fix it later if you can, because it's a melee. I'm gonna roll that for this moment. In this
says-
instance, yes. So just keep in mind it could change later, but for now, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you guys would probably know that it's Celine because she's using a gun.
Yeah. Your character has kind of figured out what's going on here.
Oh, that was cocktail.
I killed
That is a natural 20.
Okay.
However, I don't know if magic crits or not, but it says to do.
That's right.
It said
You just
to make
died.
to make a ranged spell attack against the creature. So does it take the double damage,
Well,
or
if it okay, hang on.
Did you roll a natural 20?
I did?
All right.
Is chill
Then
touch
I
a
take it.
ranged attack?
It says here, create a ghost skeleton hand, space the creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature to
Well, yeah,
assail it with.
go ahead and use it as a non-lethal, but again, ranged attack. What I thought you said you were doing a melee, but for the sake of right now, that for this moment in time, it can be non-lethal. But yeah, don't in the future. For what we're doing in the future for tonight, you need to do melee things to not be lethal. But this doesn't have to be lethal. How much damage did it do?
First, I'm trying to figure out: do I get
That doesn't
crit
do enough.
or not?
Yeah, you roll your damage dice twice.
Okay. Where's the other D? There it is. Okay. That's a 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so 9 damage total.
Yes, and he can't regain hit points
Okay,
until the start of my next turn.
all right. Hang on. Let me. How many? I see. Oh, okay. I got you. You wrote me.
Yeah,
Okay, I
that's
got you. Okay, so now. Okay, just help me keep track of that. Okay.
I'll just do it on my own character sheet.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Who's up next? That was Conan's. Okay, Celine, you are up, and yeah, this little wizard just
he's still under command, so he's halted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
Celine,
frozen
you're
this-
just
halted,
hanging
sorry.
out. Ardal, you're up. And
Okay,
Ardal, yeah. So y'all need to do melee. I mean, unless you want, look, if you want to kill Celine, you'll need to do lethal attacks. If you want to not,
I killed the
Celine,
one person who supported me by
Yeah.
accident.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, that. Yeah, you probably
yeah.
feel a little
He's gonna
guilty
die
right now.
anyways.
I owed
No,
him
no.
money, so I don't really care that
Right
much
here.
anymore.
That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna try something. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. You
Yeah.
tell me. I'm gonna reach out and touch Celine and do a lesser restoration and see if maybe I can get rid of the were rat.
Hang on.
Because if I've seen the gun, I've probably figured out.
Lesser restoration cures paralysis, poisoned, and one
there's
other
either
effect
one
that's similar.
one disease or one condition affecting it.
Let's see. Hang on. Let me see. Yeah, I knew I should have looked at it. It was yeah.
Yes, it says you touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition
Wait, it may be
affecting
a
it.
DM thing. Hang on. If it's a DM thing, I had something for it. Let me look.
In Roll20, it says you touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition affecting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Let's see. Well, I know, but we're looking at how to cure lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy.
Yeah.
Lycanthropy is a curse and needs remove curse to get
A
rid of.
curse. Okay, I don't have removed.
Figured
Would I know
that,
that?
or like it'd have to be a greater restoration.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna. Okay, so yeah, so we'll just. It may mess it up a little bit, but mechanically, I don't think y'all have what you would need to do it tonight.
Okay.
There's.
Would I
Yeah.
know that,
Yes,
or would I
yes.
waste the
Yeah,
spell?
you're aware.
Okay.
Yeah, being a cleric and you study and you know lore, you know that.
Okay.
You also know that that if you were to seek out a greater restoration, I mean, I'm gonna have to look it up and see if just a cure disease cures I don't know if I know it's like that in Skyrim, but I don't know if it's like that in D&D.
I don't think it is.
I think it's greater D&D 5e. It's okay. Well, we know we don't have it now, so I can figure that out later.
Okay. Well, in that case, I wouldn't have moved forward. I'm gonna try hold person on Celine.
Yeah,
That's
go
a
ahead.
wisdom save 12.
Is there any kind of disadvantage because he's stuck
No.
now? Okay.
It's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
You need to roll above a 12.
Oh, you son of a gun! It was on a 17 and then slowly rolled and hit 4, so I failed.
Which
Okay,
y'all can
so-
tell by Joe's disappointment. Joe wants to kill y'all. Just saying. Just point that out there. By
Okay.
his disappointment, his goal is to kill all of you tonight. So,
Well,
So
technically,
paralyzed
she's
for a
lawfully
minute.
evil right now,
Yeah.
so yes.
yeah.
So you're paralyzed for a minute. At the end of each of your turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends.
All right.
But for now, you're
If he
paralyzed.
gets out of it, I'll hold person.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So if
Guess they're just gonna keep turns.
Yeah,
Casting hold person.
if your
and,
turn's over,
command.
Tylee, you're up, and yeah, you realize that these are actually, you were there. You would have heard. Well, actually, I don't know. Did Tylee? I don't know if Tylee heard that conversation about the were rats or not. I think you came up after everything was done. So
He didn't. Kylie came up after all the were-rats were just bodies
So
on the ground.
yeah, so now you and you're aware that it's a full moon tonight. So you know what they are, and you feel a little bad about killing the guy. So I don't know if you want to kill this guy or not. That's up to you, or woman actually. So
I think if I do vicious mockery or cutting words, I would cutting words them to death.
yeah, so mechanically, what I'm doing for this special time is a melee range spell. I was letting it be non-lethal, or a melee weapon would be non-lethal. So for this special time, melee spells are okay to be non-lethal.
Okay. So, if I did Tasha's hideous laughter, would that accidentally nullify our?
Technically, no. Because technically he's paralyzed, so he can't move.
Because would they be
and it's
paralyzed
a physical
just like,
thing.
Yeah, let me
He
look.
just wouldn't be able to fall prone, is the thing.
So,
he would just start...
Hold
Or like
person.
like you knocked over a statue, still a statue, but prone, and now it's like
No, he would still be standing up. You wouldn't be able to knock him prone, because he's
Oh.
paralyzed and he doesn't have control over his actions.
Okay.
Oh, so the damage effect is paralyzed. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess you would know that he's subdued, and so yeah, you'd probably want to have an attack on it. Her, sorry, her. I'm not woke, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get there.
Okay. And does anyone else in our party need healing right now?
I mean, I could always use more
Well,
healing.
the
The
wizard.
and you like I would say when she's looking around that she's thinking, does anybody else need some healing? Like Conan's like, "Eh." You see a little hand. You see a little hand lift up in the room. Eh, meet wizard. Wizard.
If you're attacking me, I believe you have advantage. Yep.
Yeah.
Tylee will be
'Cause
in
I'm
shock
paralyzed.
from
So yeah, Tyler,
unintentionally
if you do
killing killing
yeah, non-lethal damage would not. You know that's not going to kill.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
non-lethal would be if I went up and punched
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
I don't think
But
a
he's-
2.5 foot
Or
halfling.
if
But
you
he
have like
wouldn't
a
have-
short, anything melee.
But also-
Yeah,
anything melee
but if you
is
To be fair,
Yeah.
there's a little gnome standing directly in front of him.
Yeah,
so
and I was
Fair
gonna and Tyler, you can.
point.
I think this is okay. You can go up and attack because he's held. You can move off it. He doesn't. He can't make a reaction. So you can
Yeah.
walk up and hit and walk back.
Okay,
You can be like,
Tylee will do that. We'll walk up
any
and punch
attack
them
that
in the
hits
leg.
the creature.
be like, burn it.
But if you have like a short sword or a weapon like that, you can use that to melee hit.
Yeah.
You don't have to just.
Oh,
So-
and that would be non-lethal.
Yes, yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
have a dagger.
yeah. You could walk up and
Okay.
do a non-lethal dagger. Absolutely.
Yeah, like, you can stab me in the leg. It's not going to kill me, but it'll
Yeah.
hurt.
For my action, I will stab them in the leg, and I will healing word Conan.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right, so the attack
So
against
rolling
me
to
is at
hit.
advantage, and
I
it's
got a
automatically-
natural 20 on the dagger. Does that still count as not?
Yeah. So you roll. Yes, it does.
Yes.
Do roll 2d4 and add your mod once.
I kind of feel bad you wasted a natural 20 because anything that was on me was already going to be a critical hit.
Yeah.
Okay, 9.
9. All right.
How,
Wasted a net.
Wait, you rolled 2 4s? Damn.
Yep. And then for a healing word on Conan at first level, let's do.
yeah.
Let me make
You,
sure I'm doing.
you know
the
what?
right-
Y'all have the worst nights of any
Okay,
party.
you get
yeah.
4 points of
Yeah,
healing.
DM.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's true. It is my fault. Huh?
4 points of healing, Conan.
We've been off module for a long time now, just to let y'all know.
Yes, I know.
I figured.
Hey,
Yeah,
actually,
thank
hey, in fairness, Joe, if you go and you read later, if you read page 42 and read that
Yeah.
section, I'm actually a little bit more closer than you think, just in different ways. you know?
Yeah, but in all fairness, the were-rats weren't supposed to attack us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
But it was
That
still
changed.
fun.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. But yeah, I was reading through that. I was like, okay, we did that. That happened.
But no,
this happened.
you have been, but yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, I know. In fairness, it's a little off book, but we're kind of there. We're touching it. We're getting back.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So whose turn next is it? It's Lockett. You're up. And I think
Okay.
the were-rat's pretty wounded right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I should move my token.
she is.
Okay.
Are you able to move it, Allie?
How do I?
You should be able just to click on it and drag it. Let me. Yeah,
Have you used Roll20 before, Tylee?
a long time
It's
ago.
been a.
You should be able to click on it and just drag it.
Yeah, but make sure that if your cursor looks like
Oh, got it. Okay.
all right.
I think
If it looks
would've
like the
been here probably.
point, you can move it, but if it looks like the hand, it's pan view.
Okay.
Just learned that.
Okay.
Thank
okay.
you.
Go ahead, Lockett.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
So, I can do melee, and it doesn't affect me too much.
Yeah, go for it.
My
Melee.
question is, well,
I don't
first,
think anybody has anything strong enough to kill me with the melee, since you would have to do my entire hit points worth of damage.
that's true.
Well,
Uh,
mechanically.
how far away is?
Wait. Mechanically, there's a special thing happening right now. Mechanically, so you need to if you don't want to kill There's something special. There's something special
Okay.
happening
Okay.
during the full moon that doesn't quite apply to that. So
Okay.
I'm just letting you know
How far?
if you want to do non-lethal damage, you need to let me know. Because if you're doing lethal damage, you need to let me
Okay.
know. Something's happening
How
right
far
now that's a
away?
little bit different.
How far away is my construct? Like, is he gonna be able to
Oh,
move
yeah,
You.
he
his
can come
movement
on.
and then
He
be
can,
there and use an
yep,
action?
he can come in and do his thing.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right here with
And
his.
don't worry about killing Celine. If she dies, her twin sister Celine, number 2, is
Yeah,
Celine the second will come.
and you no, I mean, but if you want, you can have your construct. You can instruct your construct to do non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know
honestly, if
about
your
that.
character would kill me, just kill me.
uh,
Just do what your
so
character would
18
do.
plus 5.
That definitely
It's
would hit
a
me.
d6,
Yeah.
which I'm not used to using.
Well, let me. Are you doing lethal damage or non-lethal damage?
And
Non-lethal
it's
with a
Okay. Yeah,
spear.
non-lethal. Okay.
and it's at
And it does.
advantage because I'm still paralyzed.
So
I did advantage.
so
Does
that's
that mean
enough.
it's an auto crit?
It's an auto crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
So
unconscious
I
then.
roll 2d6?
Yeah. What happens when you do a non-lethal damage? You just do enough to bring him down, even if you
So
hit
10
maximum hit
points
point.
of damage from
Yeah.
me.
Is that enough to
And then
knock you down?
bonus
What was that? I didn't hear what it
10
said.
points.
10 points.
Yes, she's
Okay,
out.
okay, and she.
Okay.
So when you knock Celine out, Celine falls to the ground unconscious and turns from the were rat form into Celine. So real quick, those of you guys mechanically, because it was a full moon, there was neither character had real control of them, and yeah, if they got killed, they were like an NPC. They couldn't drop. So yeah, if y'all wanted to kill Celine, if y'all wanted to do that, you had the opportunity to do that. But I mean, y'all said you didn't want to kill Celine, so but that's a special rule in this full moon scenario. So Celine's unconscious right now, and you guys know that Tylee just killed Elliot, which you may or may not feel bad about. But during this special time, Elliot, when he hit zero, he's there because y'all did um, melee. It also works out it works out mechanically too. But anyway, Elliot's dead now. He's really dead. So he really is dead. There's no. So who?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you?
I
There you
myself
go.
feel bad about it. Kylie is probably just like, ah.
Yeah. I wonder. Yeah, his bedroom's open now, though.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead. You got. Now we're out of combat. Celine's laying on the floor. Y'all can. I mean, if
Okay.
y'all wanted to just leave Celine there and what? Let me
I'm
see
gonna
how
go
many hours.
over. I'm gonna go over to Celine and cast Spare the Dying.
Celine.
I'm not bringing her up.
Well, I was gonna
I'm
say
not bringing her up.
Celine's not. Y'all did a non-lethal damage, so Celine is stable unconscious.
Stable unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
yeah,
it's
they
fine.
did. Yeah. You
Okay.
Lockett may have been debating, but in the end, she decided not to kill Celine. But yeah, and Celine would wake up in 1d4 hours if y'all want to just y'all can bring Celine up and talk about the events of this evening, or you can,
I'd
or
be
y'all can
afraid that
just.
they would heal me, and I would immediately be back to
Yeah.
were rat.
That's true. It
form
is a
because
full
of
moon
the
tonight, so
movement.
you know. But I will say this. I'll metagame for you guys. Celine, now you have all the things that you read. Celine is now aware. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Actually,
Aware
no.
rat.
I will say it is a full moon. So in a full moon, Celine doesn't really have choice. So yeah, I will say if y'all bring Celine back, Celine's gonna. Your characters would believe, especially you, Ardal. You know that Celine. It's a full moon. This is not a good time to bring. Y'all may want to tie Celine up or not have Celine come. You don't want Celine conscious during a full moon. How about that? You know that, Ardal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's tie her up.
You get it. You know they were fighting were rats. You know Celine took some hits. So your character is fully aware of what's going on. And yeah, you don't want Celine to be up during this moon. And you do know that at a certain after. Well, I'll give you this. You know that in 4 hours Celine's gonna wake up. I mean, it'd be easy to knock her out again, but you know. Do we have any elves in the house or
I'm
no?
gonna tell.
I was gonna say if there was an elf, you can have an elf just kind of stand by with a dagger, and in
Does
four
a
hours just
gigging musician count up at night?
yeah.
I'm gonna have I'm gonna have my rat pick up Celine's body and put her back in her bed and
Yeah.
stand guard over her until we make a decision.
Okay,
Well,
and
If
first,
everyone's
if
we
you
need to
want
tie her up.
if you want
Let's go
to
get some rope.
yeah, y'all
Let's go
can
get
do
some
that.
rope. We'll tie her up. Keep her nice and tight. That way, when she wakes up and turns again,
Yeah.
it's not like she can do anything.
So Celine, because they're tying you up like that, I'm gonna make a special rule that because these are extreme restraints, it would be a disadvantage to break them.
Okay,
If
well,
you
I have
if you wake
like an
up.
8 strength, so
Okay.
that's
Yeah, but
I'm not worried about it.
yeah, I'm just saying it's gonna be a if you in 4 hours you're gonna wake up. So I don't now if you want to have the construct be there, you can command the instruct as a ready to action to strike with non-lethal damage. You know that Celine comes conscious is not going to come conscious with a lot of power. So if you want to do that, you can tell your construct to ready in action that if Celine wakes up, it can strike a non-lethal thing and knock her out.
Yeah.
Just keep
Okay, so yeah,
knocking me
if
out.
that's your setup, your characters would feel like y'all can go to bed and have a long rest if you want. You got it set up.
Constructs don't need sleep.
Now, Conan, you can set up your alarms to
Sweet.
to trigger if Celine were to break out. So if you guys do that, you can go to bed. It's enough for a long rest. You get all your slots and all your spells back and everything. It's now the morning. It's actually there's sun pokes through, but it's a little bit of a cloudy day. And your characters know that tonight will not be a full moon, and there won't be another full moon for a while. Celine, you're up. You wake up and you're tied. Actually,
Did I get a long rest after that fight?
actually, um, actually,
I wouldn't wake up. The thing just keeps hitting
yeah,
me every time I.
you woke up, and then he knocked you unconscious. You woke up with one hit point. He knocked you unconscious. Now you wake up. Now he's finished his action, so he doesn't have a ready action now. Now you wake
Yeah.
up and you're back to full health, and you're fully aware. Your character's tied up. Yeah. So at some point in the night, Celine woke up and went boom. Now Celine wakes
He's
up.
like, what the thunk?
Yeah. Now you wake up. You're completely restrained. You know you're fully aware of what happened last night. You know that you must have failed one of your saves. Okay, go ahead. What'd you get, Tully?
Is the rat construct just standing over Celine? Just
Yeah.
going,
Yes, like
Yeah.
this. Well, one of his arms is down right now because he smacked. He uses ready to action to hit.
No, he uses his mouth to bite things.
Yeah.
So,
So Tylee, you're woken up by a floating drum going da 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 da, like doing a little beat, waking you up for the morning.
I'm like, oh god, I missed it. Start getting my instrument. And then I realized I accidentally killed some weird and like, oh.
do we get a long rest after that combat?
Yeah,
by the
y'all
way?
did. It's a long rest.
Okay.
The employees showed up to open for the day, but when they saw all the stuff, they went and stuck a sign out and said you're not open until at least like closed temporarily. So they nobody woke you up. Or no, we could say
Just say renovations.
yeah no
Like for the stage and
yeah
stuff.
it's fair. They would know how to start the day. So they're downstairs running the business, and you guys are upstairs doing what managers do, just sleep.
I wish.
Yeah. So Celine, you're up and tied. I'll just run an initiative here. Okay, so Conan, you wake up first. What do you want to do?
That's a good question. I don't know what I want to do. I guess getting killed and everything is all in the past. Let's
I
go
mean,
over to Rocket and start
Elliot's
making more
corpse is
plans.
still in your room. Nobody moved Elliot's corpse.
Yeah, you wake
I'll
up, and Elliot's corpse is kind of rotting a little bit now.
I'll just open that door that goes straight down to the
Dump him in the cellar.
basement, and then just gonna do that thing where I just like kick, and then it's like kick, and it's and then I just close it. It's like,
and you can hear one of the employees yell up, "Hey, I'm working down here."
You saw nothing. Also, that's not a real body.
Yeah. So,
Don't
anyways,
touch it. It's part of it's part of a magic thing.
Okay, not a real body. Gotcha. And then so they're working throughout the day. You guys, they're Celine, you're up and you're tied up.
Well, after I do that, I go. I'm going to go up to Lockett, and we're going to make plans on selling these beholders.
So if y'all want to spend the day selling those, then you're able to do that.
Yes.
That's y'all's plan.
Yes.
Okay.
Before I do that, I am going to check on Celine, but Celine can go first.
Yeah. Okay. So Celine, what do you want to do?
Wick, I'm just like, only have to pay extra for this. Somebody! And I just start yelling.
Yeah. So Lockett, you hear Celine yelling. If you want to go in there and let Celine be loose. Celine, you also see this big rat-looking construct.
Like, I'm tired of yous.
Like, had enough of rats.
That's so funny that this is such a big coincidence. It's so funny. I'm gonna go into his room. I want to say, "Are you fine? Like, are you okay?"
Celine, your character is aware what happened to you. You know what happened to you.
Yeah. So she's just like, well, yes, I think I am fine. And yes, I am doing well. Untie me. I'm not a rat thing anymore. I need to go and talk.
Well,
I need to
here's
figure out what
the
fuck happened to
thing.
me last night.
Here's the thing: is I don't feel safe because you took down 2 people last night by yourself. So I need some assurances before I'm gonna do anything.
Out of sight, not eavesdropping. Ty Lee and Casper, I would like to think, are playing like little background music, like in an improv scene.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. I just wanted.
So here's the part where we negotiate about the terms of you staying here and not killing people. I'll let you start.
So who's letting me out now? Who was it? Lockett?
Things like,
Yep.
I give my heart to Lathander.
Yeah. Things like, well, first of all, that's never happened before. Second of all, apparently there was some sort of a full moon. That's usually what happens when these things happen. And last time I checked, full moons aren't 2 nights in a row. Thirdly, your name's not even on this house. My place. My name's here.
I forgot about that.
True.
Like,
got me tied up in my own house.
You killed 2 people last night, so yeah, that's what happens.
Can I come in at that point?
They both got up and that's fine, and Elliot started it. Like,
Can I
point with my hands behind my back, like wherever the dead body was.
Yeah, you guys, it's a little bit out of combat if you guys join in on this conversation.
I'll come in when you say you're not even part of that house. You're not even on the deed. They're like, what are you talking about? Crap. What was the name of our samurai guy? Elliot. What are you talking about? Elliot here has always been a part of the contract, right? Elliot. And I look down at Lockett. Right.
You're Elliot now. Is that what you're trying to say?
Elliot's always been a small halfling, dwarf, gnome. What are you again, Lockett? I mean, Elliot. Gnome. Yeah, Elliot's always been a gnome, and anyone who says otherwise, obviously they're crazy.
Just untie me so I can try to fix this.
I don't know. I
think I cut out of the call. So did you actually say that you were here to be our friend? Because unless she hears those words, she's not making the move to do anything.
Well, there's other people who cannot cut me, but no. Well, I mean, basically, she was just like, "How dare you tie me up in my own house? You're not even on the deed." This was a full moon thing. There's no full moon tonight. It ain't gonna happen again, and I need to fix it. So you need to let me out so I can go and fix this shit, so I don't hurt anybody else. And I also blame
Okay.
Deli for starting it.
How dare you? How
In
dare
that
you tie me
case-
up in my own house without even taking me on a
Yeah.
date
Without-
first?
I am. At least
I
take me out to
would-
dinner first.
I would like to use insight,
Oh, to see if Celine is
being
honest.
truthful.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. It'd be
Okay.
what, an insight versus your what, Celine?
Persuasion, probably.
Yeah,
If he's being
yeah.
truthful.
You roll persuasion and Lockett rolls insight, and we'll just let them be contested.
19.
7.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
wait.
she's
Well, no,
telling
wait.
the truth.
No, you were trying to
She
see if
wants
she
to
was telling
get-
the truth. So yeah, if you beat him, then yeah, you know that Celine is her. Sorry, if you beat her, you know that Celine is telling the. Yeah, I mean you
Yeah,
know that Celine's
she
being
wants to get this
sincere.
fixed.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
mean, and you it makes sense too, Lockett, because you didn't necessarily know what all went down last night. I mean, you were kind of hanging out, so yeah. But yeah, you feel that Celine's sincere.
I mean, Joe, the player, really wants to play a lawful evil were-rat character, but
That-
Celine, the character, would not be down
Yeah,
for being.
I was gonna
a
say. So the mechanics of it.
were-rat.
Yeah, so the mechanics of it. What I kind of need to know as a DM is if you, because apparently you can choose to embrace it or not. But you, so that at some point, yeah, I need to
Yeah,
know.
she would not.
Okay.
She would not embrace.
I know.
It.
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
Were
man.
rats are the lamest. You want to be at least a werewolf or a were tiger. A
Did-
were bear. They're technically lawful good.
Did you remember
Yeah,
that
I
you?
was-
Did you remember that
I
you
was
failed that
hoping
roll?
that's-
Tova.
Yeah.
What?
Did you
Yeah.
remember that
failed
you
what
failed?
roll?
Do you remember that you failed that roll last week?
You know, I knew I was going to
Yeah.
become a were-rat at some
Okay.
point.
Yeah. Okay.
I just didn't think you were going to have me attack the party.
Oh, of course. Come on, man. Yeah.
So I'll let my construct bite the ropes off in a way that
Yeah.
would not hurt Celine.
Yeah. So it's kind of like one of those Manscaped trimmers. It kind of.
Yeah. No, just not my shooting fingers. Not my shooting finger. Not my trigger finger.
So anyway, yeah. So you're free now. And it's kind of about that moment. One of the employees come out and runs up the stairs. He goes, guys, the health inspector came early. He wants to see all of you downstairs.
I'm gonna look Celine dead in the eye before this happens and just say, my only goal is to be what's the word? Is to protect
Sufficient.
myself. I will try to protect the rest of the party as best I can. But if something happens to me, you can
Self-preservation.
count me out. Press self-preservation, yes. That's my main goal.
And the mechanical rat goes, "Chee-chee, chee-chee, chee-chee."
This is one of those times I kind of wish my charisma wasn't so low.
Yeah.
Actually, with the
And
rat
so-
paw, since it's mechanical, it'd probably be not even.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So they the one of the employees comes up and says, "Hey, the inspector's downstairs. He wants to see you guys."
Although
Crap.
Celine would probably answer, be like, listen, honey, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But just for future reference, you might not want to make threats like that because that lets them know who to go after first. And I'll just go downstairs.
Yeah. So when you go downstairs, you can see that it is packed. The place is packed, and everyone is eating this pizza, and they see you and they begin to clap. And the health inspector has a huge smile on his face, and he runs up to you, Celine, and he goes, you know what? The guards told me everything that happened about M. McDonald sabotaging you. I've given your place full clearance. It's beautiful. I've given my recommendations all over the city, and let me tell you, he says this beef lovers and barbecue pizza you guys did today is just amazing. I've eaten a whole one myself. It's just you guys are just amazing, and so you can see that everybody is enjoying this beef lovers and barbecue pizza. It's just amazing, and yeah,
Tyler, I think that's your cue. Get up on stage quick.
yeah. Beef flavored and barbecue. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you guys come and one of the chefs come and they uh, Miss Celine, please come back in the kitchen. Come back in the kitchen.
All right, let's make it quick. I got some things I got to take care of.
Yeah. And they go
Yeah.
and they said Cletus invented this amazing beef lovers and barbecue, and he said you got to try it, and they give you a piece that on a piece of the beef lovers pizza to try.
It's like sniff it.
Yeah, so
I'll take a bite.
yeah, it smells. The sauce is kind of sweet, a little bit tomato and a little bit sweet, and yeah, I mean, I would say um, where's the little thing here? Give me a survival check against my survival check.
A
Okay.
survival check.
I'm trying to think. What's the thing for eating food? I don't. Wouldn't survive. Yeah. So what
Like
did
a
you get?
constitution to
It's
see if
the
I can hold it up.
Constitution.
Constitution if you get food poisoning. I know, not joking.
No,
just
for
had food
eating.
poisoning
No,
for
for eating food. Don't you
days.
eat food to survive?
Okay.
You got. Don't think everything I do is bad. Come on. What'd you
Well,
get?
no, I don't know. An 8.
Coworkers are.
I just
Okay.
got over it.
Yeah,
It's
so-
food poisoning.
So do you so does your
Oh,
character
sorry.
does your character feel like when you try this new pizza that the employee invented, do you feel like Celine is the personality that would try to like what they do, or would you be skeptical of that?
She would just be like,
Put on
sorry,
my
ma'am.
skepticals.
I'll metagame this for you guys. You're not.
She's
It's
just
not
like,
a.
nope, not for me.
Yeah. So if you're a little bit not. Yeah. If your character would tend to
Too
not
sweet.
necessarily like what they like, then based on your role, you actually would really love it. It's like the best thing you've ever had. I mean, based on what you roll versus their role. So you may
Okay.
have, yeah. So to your character, you're kind of not wanting to like this, but man, you're like everybody out there that it just loves this.
She's just like,
Yeah.
she's like, I don't really like the way. I don't know if I like the way this tastes. So I'm just gonna go and throw this away, and I'll just walk.
Yeah.
I want to leave. Like
Yeah.
I do want to go, like leave the building, but I'm gonna like walk
Yeah.
and like just kind of shove it in my
Yeah,
face as I'm
and
walking.
Oh,
It's-
like
it's just-
Squidward with Krabby Patties.
Yeah. It's the most
Yeah.
amazing beef
Like,
lovers.
ew, this sucks.
Yeah, beef lovers and barbecue pizza. That's like now your favorite thing. Anybody else coming down, or y'all heard about the health inspector? You guys would have heard that. If y'all were there, you guys. Here's what your characters know: the health inspector is giving you a full pass. Whatever this new beef lovers and barbecue pizza that Cletus invented, everyone love it. It's the talk of the town. It is packed. Tyler, you have a huge audience to play for. It is packed. So,
Conan, are we upstairs still, or are we downstairs?
I would assume we came downstairs with him.
Okay, I would have
Yeah.
cast disguise self to make me look like a
Her,
paladin.
Celine's a
then.
her.
Okay.
At this point, the room has several upper noble. I mean, there's some rich folks in there that you can see downstairs. Yeah, if you guys come down,
Tully, quick, get on stage.
yeah. Okay,
This is your cue.
All right, so Tyler, you're up.
Okay. So I'm just still performing on stage after the health inspector came in, and there's a new.
Yeah. So in the beginning, when you first started performing, you would have gotten two for the morning thing. You would have made an equivalent of 2 gold. As the nobles begin to come in, and now there's rich people here enjoying this lovely beef lovers barbecue pizza that Cletus invented. Now you have, in that instance, you would have actually earned 16 gold addition during that. So that's technically happening in midday, which may not technically be there yet. But yeah, so now as Conan and Alak, as you're coming down, you can see nobles to begin to come in, and they're all. We heard about this beef lover and barbecue pizza. We definitely got to have some. And Cletus is like, there's plenty here. There's plenty here.
How badly do you want it?
Yeah. So
Do you
yeah,
want
as you got any
I
time
got
you guys go
you.
down, the employees want you to try Cletus's pizza. So I need to
Oh,
know.
price
So yeah,
gouging.
even you, Tylee, when you come in, as you're doing your set, one of them runs up with a mega L and a slice of this beef lovers barbecue pizza, and you can make a decision if they hand that to you. Does your character enjoy food, or would you be like you tell me, and if we need to roll it, you either you're either open to it or you're skeptical of if it's good or not. But you know your character. I don't.
How good does it look?
Everyone,
Well, how
everyone,
good does it smell?
yeah,
Is eating it?
yeah.
Everyone's
So when you smell it,
eating it.
it almost smells kind of like has a sweet taste to it or sweet smell. It smells kind of
Mhm.
sweet. It looks
Mhm.
to be your character would probably assess maybe some kind of tomato base mixed with
I,
maybe honey or
I think
something.
Tylee would scarf it down and take a set break, or
Yeah,
she would just.
yeah, it was really good.
She
If you,
can't eat while she plays, so
yeah,
it's sat down next to her. And she starts playing to the pizza instead of the
yeah.
nobles.
Oh yeah, and everybody, yeah, they're like, yeah, they love this. So who, so
Oh,
let me run real quick. So Conan, oh, go ahead, Tylee. Did you have something? Go
I
ahead.
just said
Yeah,
ode to beef.
yeah.
Title of improv.
Dur, man, I love this beef barbecue. It's wonderful. You gotta try it. And then there's like this big breakout musical, and they're all. It's like everybody joins in. Yeah. So you guys come down to this big scene. Conan, would you? So at some point they offered you some. Conan, would you have it willingly, or how would your character?
Yeah,
Yeah. So let me
I'll
ask
just
you this:
eat it.
how many slices of this pizza would you probably eat?
Uh, 2 or 3.
Okay. Let's just go with three. Celine, how
Okay.
many? How many? You may be sneaking pieces throughout the day, but how many would you be eating?
Well, Celine would probably just kind of like eat the one. Like
Yeah,
she probably like
just one.
grab like the biggest slice,
Yeah.
but because she's not staying for the day, because
Okay.
she like I have stuff I would like
Oh, you
consume
got
now
you
that
got
I
you
know
got stuff to
now
do
that
there.
now that she knows she's a aware rat. So
Okay.
she's gonna go off and try to. She wants to figure out a way to handle that as soon as possible,
Okay. I'll
or at
get.
least start the process of it.
Yeah. Let me do this, and then I'll give you that. Um.
Well, no, that's fine. I mean, I don't know what time it is there. What time you guys want to jam?
Well,
I mean, it's
we
almost
kind of
10:30
we
here, so
almost have two time frames going on. When the nobles
yeah.
came up, that was more midday, which I've already had Tylee. I've rolled for what Tylee got for that. If you
Oh,
were
no,
gonna,
I was talking about real life.
oh,
It's almost
the real life
10:30
time
where I
zones?
am.
oh yeah, we're almost done. Um,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If you don't want to role play what I want to do right now, that's fine.
yeah, no, it's okay. That's what I'm saying. I'll just give it to you. Um, okay, Ardal. At some point, they would offer. The question I'm asking is, does your character reluctantly take it, or would you? I mean, these are your employees, and they invented this new pizza, and everybody seems to love it. And if you do take it, I need to know how much. If you don't, if you're reluctant, we need to roll a contest against it.
No, I'd probably try it because
Okay.
I'm polite
How
and
how many? Yeah, you can see everyone's enjoying it, and it would taste good to your
yeah,
character. How many slices would you eat?
probably just the one.
Okay, just one. Okay,
I'm
Ardal have
tiny.
Conan had three. Celine had one. Ardal had one. Teely, this is good to you. You seem to embrace it. How many pieces would you eat? It's 8 for a whole pizza.
Oh, how compared to my tiny body,
One
how
one
big is one size
Yeah,
proportionally?
so one size to you, one human size slice would be like
Is it
two
is it like
slices.
my torso?
Yeah, it'd be like two slices to you.
Uh, I will scarf a slice down as soon as Tylee is done,
Yeah,
and then just completely like food baby it
yeah.
for a sec.
So you
She's
would
not quite sure if her
uh
outfit can hide the food baby or
yeah.
not,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she'll just sit content with the food baby.
Yeah. So if you do that, then you have you would have eaten two pieces if you ate one normal piece.
Yeah.
It's two Tylee pieces, one normal
Yes.
piece. Okay, and Lockett, would you have some of this pizza
She's
willingly
she's
or
pretty she's pretty indifferent to food, so she would probably have a slice, but she wouldn't like pig out on it.
okay, so you try one just to have it, and it's very good and delicious. Okay, real quick. So Celine, is Celine went out to seek some help for this condition?
Yeah, the first place she would go, she would try to see if she can go talk to that little shit, Emic, to
What?
see
Yeah, Emmett
if
in jail. Yeah.
what he well yeah she would try to go to the jail and see if she can figure out a way to talk with him,
Yeah, so if you go to Emic
see what he knows.
is destroyed. Emic is absolutely. So you're there. You're there. They let you go in and see him, and Emic's like, "What do you want? You've taken everything from me."
Not yet. Oh no, we did take those. We did take the beholders.
Yeah. Um. Let's see how I play this. So she goes, "Oh, well, we might have taken. I don't think we've taken quite everything away from you. You seem to have, at least for the moment, made it out with your life. But you kind of did this to yourself. And honestly, I don't even understand why. Because we were giving you we were going to you a lot for
And
you to come and
yeah,
stab
and
us
he
in the back
says,
like that.
he's actually almost kind of embarrassed, like and he says, "I know, I just I didn't have the money to buy Troll School Manor, and I got what I could, and I knew that once you guys got established, it would be over for me in this town. And he said, honestly, I'm embarrassed about the whole thing. I deserve whatever they give me,
He's like, yeah. Cry
which is
crocodile
probably
tears
going to be
on
the
your own
news.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
I doubt it. Well, I don't know, maybe because your people killed the guard. But my question, I only have one question. One of those little bastards bit me, and apparently last night was a full moon. Now I have a feeling you might know what happens to folks that have been bitten on a full moon. And let's say I did not like what happened, and neither did the rest of my friends. And I need this to end. I
And
don't want to keep being like this.
Emmett looks at you and he says, "You know, at my trial, if you were to speak a good word for me, I might be able to give you some information that might help your predicament if you're willing to help me."
she and she's like, "Listen here, you little shit. I am doing my best to hold this back at the moment because I don't know what it's like. I don't know if you know what it's like to have this thing eating away at you. And of all things, it's a fucking rat."
And Emmett looks at you when he says that. When you say, "I don't know if you know," and he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, I know," like that.
Oh, well, that's good because then you know what the fuck I'm capable of at the moment. And you're not exactly in a position to a
And
bargain.
when you say like you don't like you know, like he knows what you're capable of,
Yeah.
he laughs and he goes and he kind of interrupts you and he's like he goes, I know what you're capable of," and he sits back. "I don't know if you know what I'm capable of."
You ain't capable of shit behind bars. So
And he says even the powerful can't take on the entire Waterdeep guards. I'm asking you if you'll help me put in a word for me at my trial, and I'll help you. You're a businessman, aren't you? It's just business. It's just business. It was just business. Joey. And like he's speaking in fourth dimension. Joey. No, no, Celine, it's just business. You know, you understand business. What are you, a saint? Am I talking to a paladin? It's business. You help me, I help you.
I'm assuming the guards took her weapons when she went in.
Yeah.
She's just like, she goes, "Listen, asshole, it's not just business. It became mighty personal the moment that your fucking shit turned me into a were fucking rat. So I don't give a fuck if they hang you from the neck. I'll find a different way. you want to be a little shit. So have fun swinging, and I'll talk to you later. And then she's just gonna walk away.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Get, just grumbling the whole goddamn time.
And
I ain't putting in a
and
good
Emmett,
word for somebody who turned me into a were rat.
yeah.
You kidding?
So Emmett calls out to you. Emmett calls out to you, and he says, "Hold on, hold on." He tries to stop you, and he looks at you, and he says, "Look, like I said, you don't know what I'm capable of. I know what you are, and I am what I am. They may try to hang me, but if it comes to it, they're not gonna hang me. But if you put in a word for me, then I can at least still open up a business on the other side of town and try to at least make something in this town. But I can tell you, Celine, they're not gonna be able to hang me. All of Waterdeep can't hang me. And so let me tell you this in a metagame sense because I seem to do really bad about explaining stuff. What he's
Yeah.
trying to portray to you is it's kind of like he let himself get arrested, and he's portraying to your character that think of it like this, like a big powerful drug lord or something that maybe sometimes they
Yeah.
get arrested, they go ahead and let themselves get arrested. They can get out anytime they want. They have friends, they can get out. But
Yeah.
so he prefers. So what I'm trying to explain that I'm maybe not doing in character very well, he's explaining to you that if you will put in a word for him, that may give him a chance to be able to do business. Otherwise, he's saying if they try to,
Yeah.
he's ready to tear up Waterdeep if he has to, but he don't want to do that. He wants to be able to continue business. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to portray to you. Now
Yeah.
you may not
So
care, but that's what he's trying to say.
She doesn't. So she just walks back up to the bars and goes, "How about this? When they try to hang you, I'll be in the crowd making sure it happens. And if for some reason it doesn't, you better look over your shoulders, because I'll be there.
And
I might be a giant fucking rat as well."
and he leans in. He says, "I'm looking forward to it."
Bring it, bitch.
So when you met him, he was broken and distraught, but now he's ready for battle. Good job.
That's
Good
right.
job. Yeah.
I know his
This will-
background. I'm like, where the hell does this come from? That's all right, Chris. I like
This will
it.
end
I like
in
it.
one of two ways. And one of those ways might be a bedroom.
It's just funny because
Okay. So,
I know his stat. I know
Yeah.
who.
oh,
The
yeah.
funny thing is, well, no, I know you can cheat
Yeah, I
anything
mean, yeah.
you want, but the funny thing is I never got a chance to use him.
I never did.
I
I played this 3 times. I've never used him.
Yeah, I never got a chance to
I'm like,
use
who's
him
this guy?
in the game that I ran.
Yeah.
And we're pretty much at the limit of where I ran to,
So-
so I don't really
Yeah.
know much that's happening next.
Yeah.
But
Do you?
I remember reading about him, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you can turn him into whoever you want.
Yeah.
This sounds good to me.
Do you? Okay. So do you seek somewhere else, or were you just going to him only?
Well, I mean, she's gonna have to ask around, talk to. It's stuff we don't have to do now, but
Yeah.
this is now like one
Then-
of her missions to
Then
rid herself of a were
if
rat.
Selena's going to continue to look around, I'll give you this. At some point, you made your way to the temple, and
Yeah.
the temple revealed that if you seek out Xanathia, Nalio, in the hills of Waterdeep,
All right, hold
they
on.
said there's a cottage in the forest up in the hills of the Waterdeep, and they said you'll know the cottage because it has purple smoke.
Purple smoke.
What was the name of the person
Okay, I'm
again?
gonna spell it for you guys. XANAPHIANALO.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Hang on. I just had a dyslexic movement. I just had a DM. Okay, let me. Hang on. I had a dyslexic moment. Hang on. It's XANAPHIA. That's the first name. The
Yeah.
second name is NAILO. Xanathia
Right.
Nalio, and I may be saying it wrong. But he's saying you need to seek out Xanathia Nalio in the cottage up in the woods of Waterdeep Hills. Look for a cottage with a with purple smoke coming out the top. Your character knows that. Um,
Okay.
okay, so now we're kind of back at the uh, place here. Um, let's see what do we, okay. So I think that's everybody. Anybody do anything midday? Conan, were you and Lockett gonna sell your stuff today?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Because you
gonna
actually can
try
sell
to.
it to the nobles there, and they'll pay
Sweet.
100 gold. So you can sell half your inventory to the nobles there. If you guys want, you still have plenty of time to go out and sell your wares out in the market as well if you want.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
also
Yeah, go ahead.
Lockwood,
gonna have a
are we gonna?
sidebar with Conan.
Yes. Let's sidebar at the salad bar.
Yeah.
Surprisingly,
So if
that
you
is right next to the alcohol bar.
so however
Oh,
many of those
uh-huh.
however many of those that y'all wanted to sell today at 100 gold piece value a piece, you did. So if y'all wanted to sell all 100, you did.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Uh,
now, yeah, go ahead.
So,
Lockett's gonna take Conan aside,
Yeah.
and all these sales that he's doing, she's not present in, or she's not the person talking to the people while selling. By
Mhm.
the way, um, she's gonna take Conan inside and say, "You're the face man. I get that.
mhm.
You also acquired these goods. I am making them special so you can sell them. So how are we splitting this?"
uh, 50-50. This
Let,
sounds fine to me.
let,
I came up with this
yeah.
scheme,
Okay, I'm okay
and
with
you
50-50.
and you make the scheme happen, and then I
Yeah.
will sell them. So 50-50, no skimp, no shortchanging. If this is us getting these painted and everything nice and neat, I believe we've got them up to 100, which gives us 100 gold each. So if we are able to sell all of them, that's how much? 10,000?
You
No,
should have
100,000.
5,000 apiece.
We should get 5,000 a piece for this. 5,000 for you, 5,000 for me,
Mhm.
and we're good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
However, that M. McDonald place is empty now, so that's up for grabs. How do you feel about getting that for ourselves and being able to do more schemes in the future?
I like where you're thinking, Lockett.
I thought you would.
Yeah. We could add some. It could be either a hideout for us or
We could turn
we
it
can
into a workplace.
a workplace of some sort. Um, we could somehow try to connect it to this place, and then we have ourselves a second place. I don't know what we do there. I think the possibilities are endless now.
Yeah. And it would be ours.
So,
All ours.
so
Of course,
if you
my name
so
wouldn't
if you
be on the
guys yeah if you
paperwork,
guys
but
want to
you know.
go if you guys want to go and try to purchase that from M McDonald, you'd need to do that like the next day, like this, like I
Well,
say,
Yeah.
take
since
Yeah,
M.
this is just a
McDonald is a felon,
conversation
I don't
right
think
now.
since M. McDonald is a felon, he can't legally be allowed to sell his property anymore because it doesn't belong to him. It belong to the state slash the kingdom. So we'd probably have to go through.
he hasn't had his
We're gonna
trial.
have to go.
He
We're gonna have to
M,
go through a real estate agent.
okay, let me say this. Your character may know that, but I mean you're maybe making some assumptions about who Emic is. Let me say this to help you a little bit with your character. Keep in mind, Emic showed up with City Watch, and they believed him, and they didn't believe you. They do have
Yeah,
him,
but
but I mean, y'all
then
don't
they believed
y'all
us.
don't know as much about Emic as y'all seem to think you know. Yeah, all right, it's okay
I'm
though.
not saying I know anything about him.
Right,
I'm just saying
I'm
like
just
his
letting
shop
I'm
is
letting
probably going to be for sale.
I'm letting you guys know mechanically. If y'all want to purchase it, y'all would need to go speak to Emic the next day. You can make
Okay.
those assumptions, but I'm just letting you know you would need to speak
Okay.
to Emic if you want it. If I'm telling you, DM wise, that's what you guys would need to do if I want to
Okay.
pursue that. Okay, so that takes us to uh, okay, and Lockett, you made that money, and then Lockett, you got one more. There was your evening shift. It actually, the nobles basically came and they ate all the pie, and Ty Lee, in the after crowd wasn't quite as rich as the nobles, and you only made 6 gold in the third shift.
Okay.
However, at the so as things are closing up, you guys had a really good day, and all the employee, you guys are. I'll say this: you guys are there. You're all downstairs. The employees are wrapping up, and and Cletus comes out, and they're all like, "Man, Cletus, you're a rock star. You did so good." And Cletus looks at all of you and he says, "Guys, I don't know what to do. Everybody's gonna want this beef and barbecue pizza, and I can't make it anymore. I don't know what to do."
What do you mean you can't make it anymore? What were you
Well,
using to make it in the first place?
yeah, remember you gave me that meat this morning? That I don't magic
Oh,
meat or
yeah.
whatever the magic meat you made. You sent it down. How can you make more of that magic meat?
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that's what it was going to
I told you not to touch it, so I'm not sure why you would touch it. That magic meat. That magic meat was a limited time only special. I don't think we can get any more of it. However, there might be some substitutes that we can get, like a horse or
So
pork.
was it were-rat or elf?
So
I would
No,
assume we
it
killed him
was
while he was
the
a were-rat, so I guess it was.
yeah.
be. It was the rats that Elliot had in his room.
Oh, then y'all
Remember,
don't know what it is, or unless you're saying that. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Do you, Celine? Is that what you're saying, or
they-
maybe y'all
They don't know what it is. I
Oh.
know what it is.
Conan knows
Nobody
what it
else except for me knows
Oh,
what it
okay.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
yes, that special imported meat that I got specifically, I didn't want you to touch, but it's fine. It's fine. We can get substitute of that meat, like horse.
So your characters,
or pig,
y'all's
or
characters can't
cow.
wait. Yeah, your characters can't wait for him to get more of that meat then.
Yeah.
Because y'all don't know that.
We
Conan
have
may
we
know
have
that, but
plenty.
y'all don't know
You-
what
we
he's
have-
talking about.
We have plenty of rat meat. I know that is a good substitute for the special,
We do have a lot of rats.
this
Yeah.
the special premium meat that,
So-
that I was able to get.
Okay, so then
And we're not going to talk about
Oh.
anything about this because we don't want our competitors to
Yeah,
know
Yeah.
so he's probably
of
not
our
there
secret
when all this is
recipes.
happening.
yeah, so he puts a sign out that says out of the special, he lets everybody know. And then anything you guys are doing real quick before bed. We're about to end the game here. Anything you guys would do before bed? Okay. Okay, so you guys have an uneventful evening.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's uneventful.
I don't trust that.
Oh wait, that's right. I do my nightly routine of putting up the alarm.
But yeah, you have an uneventful evening, but in the morning, Ty Lee, you can feel the drums like a Tiffany, that just amazing rumble of music as you wake up, and all of you wake up at the same time, and you hear a loud explosion across the street that seems to be coming from where M. McDonald's was, and it's a loud boom, and you're all awakened.
So
good
Casper
thing we
was
didn't
kind
buy
enough
their
to
plates
kind
yet.
of make me happy.
Yeah. You at first you think it's that, but you can see the fire through the window out where McDonald's is a big flame. Several of the buildings are on fire. You guys, okay, I'll show you guys mechanically where this is. Hang on. The let's see, real quick. You guys saw or heard. So you heard a loud thunder, and when you look out of your window, you can see that these two buildings are on fire. The corner of this building is on fire, and it's just a big explosion. That's kind of what you're aware of right now. You don't know much more than that, and it's morning. What do y'all want to do?
Wow. Can I retroactively leave a random sheet of music out for Casper to enjoy while I'm?
Yeah. So is there any of you that wouldn't run downstairs to investigate this?
I guess I would
Yeah,
because
Yeah,
I
I'd
was
run
yeah.
down.
For the sake of
Lockett
time.
and I were planning on getting that, so I'd go get Lockett, and we'd
Hold
have
on.
to go.
Yeah, you don't. You know, there's. Yeah,
Take a
hold
look.
on. You don't necessarily know that yet. So you're gonna run down. Celine, are you gonna run down to investigate?
Yeah. Well, actually, I would probably run up to the
Yeah.
the
So you go up and look from the
the
balcony.
top of the turret thing. And
Ardal, would you go? Would you go investigate?
Yeah, I'd get within 30 feet of it, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna cast Create Water, and I
Oh,
can
try
make
to
the
help.
water fall as
Yeah.
rain in a 30-foot cube within
Okay.
range, extinguishing exposed flames in the
Yeah,
area, so I can
absolutely.
get rid of at least
So
30
you
feet.
help. Yeah. Okay, Tylee, do you go down and check it out?
Yes.
Okay. So Tylee goes down, and Lockett, do you go down or do you stay up?
I play a siren.
Yeah. Okay.
If I
So
cast it
so
4 times,
those of
if I
you
cast
those
Create
of you
Water
that
4 times, I can do 120 feet.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna yeah. So Ardell, you run out. You don't you. So those of you that ran out, the scene you can see is you see several people around. There's several dead bodies. You can see that. Um, you can see. Let's see here real quick. I'll give you guys a number next week because you're just seeing this. You're just sort of assessing the situation, but you can see several dead bodies. Tylee, you notice one of the bodies that's laying on the ground, a small gnome, and you can tell that that was the. I mean, you
No.
immediately recognize that one of the gnomes is dead. Is the little gnome you saw, and we're gonna end it there for tonight.
Bum, bum, bum.
Every time I start a game that's potentially a campaign, my character gets first session. And I should be able to make it
Yeah, I
next
hope you
week. It's
can.
just it's my first day of work at a new remote job I got, and it's supposed to go to like an hour before this, but I don't know if they'll hold me over.
Okay. Well, here let me real
It's
quick. Let me stop. Hey, what do you guys think of Allie? Is she fun to play with?
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Let me stop the stream. Hang on.
I've never had somebody